I removed myself from the show instead of adding myself just now. Hey guys, it's Gabe. It's Double Impact. It is August 12th already. Can you believe it? We had a heat wave here in San Diego. It got close to 80 degrees for almost a week. One time it got to 83. We are okay though. It was like 68 or 70 today, so we're okay. We got through that 80-degree week. Welcome, man. He was also suffering in the heat. The great Jericho Green, the co-host of Double Impact, is here. How you doing, friend?
I would say I was suffering through real heat. When you had your near heat wave,
yeah.
Did you guys? I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. Was there a lot of that?
Well, I do declare. Well, I'm not some fancy big city attorney, but where I'm from, it gets up to 80 degrees in the month of August, and I'll tell you, it gave my friend the vapors.
Tell Scarlett I do give a damn. Real heat up here.
What do you think the vapors are?
I guess when they get faint, they swoon. But the swooning, I think that has a romantic connotation to it, right?
Oh.
I don't think you can swoon over anything other than some handsome buck with a large bulge. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I don't understand.
You've never swooned?
Never swooned before. I want to. Either swooning or catching the vapors. I'll take either one.
Could you, if you could, have a fainting couch in your house?
Yeah, why not? I was just telling my wife the other day I need to start fainting more.
I think we should have a program for like liberals everywhere with Trump deranged syndrome, and we'll get them free fainting couches because it's only been 10 years that they fall for the fake headlines about Trump. I saw someone today freaking out that Trump wants to review all the displays and the written text at the Smithsonian to make sure for America's 250th birthday next year that we have something honoring our heritage. Like, this is fascism is what I saw someone saying on Twitter, which I'm not sure what people know what fascism is.
Yeah, I think that word gets thrown around too much.
I feel like they think fascism is, I kind of don't like this. So like if you're, when you go through McDonald's, every once in a while, jackpot. You get the hot, crispy fries with the perfect amount of salt. They're so hot you can barely eat them. You got to kind of wait. Other times you get the fries that, look like somebody punched them and they've been hanging out for like an hour.
Yeah.
I feel like they would also classify that as fascism.
Yeah. Anything they don't like.
Yeah.
Food, people, slogans, pictures. Yeah. Anything they don't like, anything they find distasteful or offensive is fascism. And what's funny, when they throw words like that around, fascism, Nazi, slavery, racism, they're go-tos. Dude, that's my go-to.
Yeah, that's my go-to, dude. I blew
it. So those go-tos, when they throw those around, I often think about people who live through the real version of these words. They like to just toss around willy-nilly, like oppression, slavery, fascism, stuff like that, because there were people on this planet. There are still people on this planet alive, so we might know some of them, who lived through actual fascism, actual communism, actual oppression. And I think that they would wish, if they could wish upon a star from their little cage or their hut or, whatever ditch they were allowed to dig to sleep in by their oppressors, I think if they could look up at one star tonight and just have one wish, I think that they would wish for the 2025 American version of fascism, oppression, and all those, because this version of it would probably be akin to a 4 to 5 star vacation for them.
You saw Trump on the roof of the White House last week.
Yeah.
You saw him. I like the Democrats were angry that he wants to stop the insane crime in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is the 5th most deadly city in America, and it is in the top 60 of most deadly cities in the world.
Yeah.
And while Democrats were holding a protest screaming at fascist takeover Washington, D.C., a man was shot during that protest. Mm-hmm. I hope he lived. I'm just saying there may be a crime problem in D.C. I'm just saying.
Now, they forced him. They forced him to do this.
You said people like to throw around the term fascism willy-nilly. Are there other ways that people throw things around? Do they throw around like herkily-jerkily, wiggly-wobbly? What is your go-to way to throw things around carelessly?
Well, First of all, I think we should have more silly words like that, because that would just lighten the mood, kind of, just add a little levity to things. I don't know. I try not to throw things around too willy nilly, especially words like that. Remember a time when those words they carried weight.
Right.
Someone would take offense to that. Like, you better have proof before you call me. Especially the ones that they love to. You have something that you use a lot, and sometimes you look at it and realize how worn it is because you grab it so much or you use it so much. Well, these words are comfortable. These words to them are like an old baseball mitt.
Right.
It's broken in. It feels good. You know how it works. You know how it fits your hand. So like racist, or Nazi. If you called somebody that not too long ago, you better have some proof. You better have some witnesses before you say something like that. But then they get all careless with it. And like you said before, everything becomes this just because I don't like it. It loses its sting. And I think we need words like that to describe bad things. And it needs to sting a little. Like, it needs to have some punch to it, because it's, I'm describing this horrible thing. But if you make this horrible thing everything, then it's not a horrible thing anymore, is it?
Nah, because it ain't real. Yeah. What's weird to me is that there have been 10 years of Trump headlines that are like insane if they were true. Like, I would understand their reaction if any of this were happening. But, and that's a big but, like Sir Mix-a-Lot loves it. The shit isn't happening. And at this point, I could see being fooled. Fool me once, shame on you.
You got
Fool
me.
Twice, can't get fooled again, as George Bush Jr. said. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But we got 10 years of Russia collusion and all these things. It's fake, guys. You know it's not real. Come on. It's not.
But they're so committed to it that they can't backtrack now. They've made all these posts and said all these things to family members in front of people. They don't have the testicular fortitude to say, you know what, I was wrong. And if the things they said were wrong, they wouldn't be allowed to say it because he's a dictator, he's a fascist, he's a tyrant. What's the first thing they do? If you had to go in there and blow the dust off of your Dictator 101 handbook, in the first couple pages, I'd say on the first page, maybe even the first sentence, it's going to tell you to shut down opposition media, because they're going to get the word out. They're going to be it's in the title. They're going to be opposition. They're going to say, no, that's not true. They're going to be the resistance, and you can't have any resistance.
But in the last 15 years under Obama and Biden, those regimes, there was shutting down of dissenting voices all through social media, and then the media itself, the entertainment companies, and news, they're completely captured by the left. It feels like, now I'm gonna go out here on a limb.
Careful.
It feels like the left is projecting. Authoritarian, take your rights away, silence you. I feel like that's all stuff they do. You know what I mean? And Trump was like, hey, I just want everyone to be rich because that's fun. And I want women to be thin. Wait, Jericho. I want women to be thin and attractive. That makes you a horrible monster if you want that. Because we all know women don't want that for themselves, right?
Well, they silenced the mean voices. That's what they did. They silenced the voices that were saying things that hurt their feelings. Because that's how freedom of speech works. People get to police it and tell you what they can't say. Or, no, I'm sorry. I said I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say freedom of speech. I meant fascism. Because that's what fascists do. That's what they do.
It's fascist for me to say something that hurts your feelings. Jericho, you may have freedom of speech. That doesn't mean you can hurt people's feelings. I love when that brain nugget is drug out in the public. I want to ask those people, did you mean to say that out loud? Because that's dumb. That's embarrassing for you. That's exactly what freedom of speech means.
But don't feelings change? And like what you may feel about something might not be how you feel about it in a day or so, or a year or so, or months or so.
That's cool. Listen, here's what I want you to do with all your feelings. In this scenario, you're a purple-headed Trump protester. Here's what I need you to do with all your feelings. Write them down in your journal. Then, hold on, take your little journal and bury it in the backyard. And then never tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then get a job, make some money, and stay out of everybody's way. Don't cause trouble. You know?
Yeah. Everybody behave. Everybody just behave yourselves.
Yeah.
That shit's weird, man. But when they do this, and like Michael Coulter mentioned Sydney Sweeney, you're just going to increase their sales because nobody, even a child, nobody likes to be told what to do. Nobody likes to be told what they can't think and what they can't feel, what they can't say, where you can't go. Nobody likes that, especially those of us who are adults who pay our bills and pay our taxes and do what we're supposed to do. I do that to enjoy all of these freedoms they keep trying to take away. So I don't want somebody telling me what to do. I know what to do.
Wait. You mean it's not women, liberal women's job in society to tell you when to go to bed, what to eat, what to say, what to read, what to do, and where to work, how much money you should redistribute to lazy leeches on society? It's not some woman's job to talk to you like a toddler preschooler, Jericho?
No, and it should be, because everybody loves to have a woman following them around, bitching at them about what they should do. Remember when you're a kid and your mom would do that? Your mom would get on your ass and follow you from room to room. Everybody loves that.
It was nice.
Right?
It was good. Yeah.
Everybody loves that shit. Yeah. So especially now that you're an adult and you've been paying for your own existence for decades now, you really like some nagging bitch who doesn't know you, doesn't know your situation, doesn't care about you, to tell you what you're supposed to feel and what's offensive. That's another thing they like to do. They like to tell you what's offensive. So I think for some made up, silly, stupid reason that Indian's face on the side of that helmet, that's offensive. Yeah, I know the people who share that same face and share that lineage could give a shit, but I, the professionally offended, for some reason it makes me feel good to get rid of things like that. So I'm going to take it. And I know most people either like it or don't even care about it, but we're going to take it away because it offends us. But it doesn't really offend us, because how can you be offended by something? It's a product. But we are going to leave all the white people on there. And I don't know if that's intentional, but that's kind of funny that you're removing. We care about colored people's feelings, so let's remove them and leave all of the white people on the various products.
I need the Land O'Lakes lady, Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, and any other POC, to use one of their horrible acronyms. They need to make like a super group of the Avengers or something.
Yeah, and they're all in one product.
Right, and just go get their justice from these green-haired liberal college professor people. Mm-hmm. I had someone tell me on Twitter the other day, because my buddy Dean Cain, as you know, is joining ICE as a federal agent. That has been a escándalo, as we say in Espanol, a scandal all over social media. He's been on every show. That loser John Leguizamo, all 4'3" of him, was calling Dean that never was. He's calling Dean a has-been. I shit on that guy.
Oh, man, Dean, would whoop his ass.
But it's a hell of a thing that enforcing the laws of our border makes Dean a racist. You're a racist. Just that willy-nilly throwing it around. It's funny though. But I had someone debating me about it, and just for amusement, I'll talk to people on Twitter that are morons once in a while. I don't waste too much time. And they said that because of my ethnicities, I could get rounded up and I have to live in fear. They're telling me what I think, that I have to live in fear and could get rounded up, and I better carry my passport with me everywhere. And it's really funny how the super racist people are the white liberals. Mm-hmm. Those are the most racist people I've ever met, because they can't think of anything besides the identity politics. And like my friend who is white, Doug TeNapel, he's a cartoon animator, director of VeggieTales, Earthworm Jim, Cat Scratch. He's a prolific artist creator. He was in town for San Diego Comic-Con last month, and we went out to dinner because he has a condo here in San Diego. And, I wanted to see him because he's a good friend of mine, but he lives in Tennessee. And we were joking about all this political stuff and this and that, and about white privilege. I was making fun of it. And he said the only privilege he feels he has is that he's not a slave to thinking about his race or ethnicity all day. He just feels like an American. And I told him, although I'm of half Mexican, half Libyan, more or less, heritage, I don't think about my race ever. I don't go, I'm a Latino, I'm an Arab. I really, my whole life, I just feel like an American. I feel as American as a blonde hair, blue-eyed guy or whatever. And I feel that way about you too. To be like your race, it never comes up unless that bastard Steven Seagal comes in here and starts doing all the, the Kwanzaa stuff he likes to tell you and all that. Yeah, but for me, here's what I found. And for any of you minorities out there that do struggle with like your mindset and all that, if you just act like you're a valid human being, guess how white people will treat you? It'll never come up with them either. As long as I just have completely acted normal, the people around me are like, yeah, it doesn't come up. They don't ask me, so your people, like, do they like what do you guys do with tacos when like nobody's around? Is there like a special thing? Like, it doesn't come up. Doesn't come up. Just a guy, just a normal guy. I'm an exceptional guy, to be honest, but just American like everybody else. So there you go. So you don't have to be a slave. And I posted some stuff about that, like on TikTok and YouTube and everywhere you post shit. And I got like pushback from people that they're just in the matrix, man. They're just asleep. You'll never be white. You can kiss the white people's feet all you want. You'll never be white. I'm like, I'm not trying to be white. And by the way, I guess I am white because the Italians ruled Libya, where my dad is from. Spaniards, which is half my line. The Mexicans, it is Duran. That's a Spanish last name. And my grandfather's lineage goes right back to North Spain. It's the Basque people. Those are the mountains between France and Spain. Those are white-ass people. So if you consider the Italian heritage and the Spanish heritage, white to some degree, but it's all made up. The borders are not. If you go in an airplane and you look down, you can't see the borders. We drew them on the map. They're not real. None of it's real. You are just what you do. Color, whatever. It doesn't matter. I can have green eyes, blue eyes. It doesn't matter. I could be way darker. I could be way lighter. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just matters what I do. So all that stuff is crazy nonsense to me. So I don't know.
Well, a lot of that mindset and that lifestyle comes with a lot of just self-reliance and nobody gives a shit. Not that nobody gives a shit, but we just have our own things going on. So we're not all up in each other's business. And so you're just left to do what you do. But they need attention. They need, sensationalism. They need, there's some hole, there's some void that they fill with attention and doing shit like this. So with, hey, just being a guy, doing your thing, just being an American citizen, that is how it should be. But to them, wait a minute. So how am I special? What group am I in? They can't just be and be left alone. And then, we come together, for different events, family, friends, in public, things like that. Everybody behaves themselves and they go home, but they can't do that because there's not enough attention. Right. There's not enough. You're special. You're protected, because nobody gives a shit. It's
a bullshit shortcut to achievement. If I just say I'm part of this group, that's an achievement. No, it isn't. Achievements are something you do with your hands. You do something, then that's an achievement. Just saying that you're gay or black or immigrant, something, it's not an achievement. It's all communism, by the way. All that class division, it's a divide and conquer from the evil elites that are pushing Marxism, communism, all that shit. Should maybe wake up to that. It's kind of an obvious ploy they've been doing for thousands of years. So.
Because it works.
It works every time.
Because it works.
Yeah.
Think of how society was 2,000 years ago. They were still walking in circles with a stone to crush their grain to make flour, and they still believe, in sun gods and shit. And the same tactics from back then, those primitive, no electricity, people and no technology and cell phones and, cities and all that shit. They didn't have any of that, but the same tactics they used back then has not changed.
Right.
It's the same thing they do now. They'll modify it, they'll mold it to fit our modern, society, but it's the same thing. And they keep doing it because it works to perfection.
Right. So then you have the leftists who are pushing they're falling for the divide and conquer. Then you have us normal people trying to talk them out of it. Like, no, we shouldn't do DEI. We shouldn't do all this stuff. You just earn it. Just like whatever. I don't care. I could not be less interested in what race you are. Really, I don't care. We might have a funny joke about it, but then you don't even want to tell those anymore because you're weak. But I don't know. It's time to move on past all of this. Yeah. But anyway, Dean Cain is a white supremacist because he thinks the laws about immigration and the border should be enforced. That's an interesting one. I'm going to have to think about that one for a while. It's interesting.
I don't think that works too well.
No. I saw that comedian, Cho. Is Cho Korean? Is Cho Chinese? I'm not sure.
I think it's Korean. Margaret Cho, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, Dean, you're not even white. They interred your grandparents, blah, 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 blah. Who interred his grandparents? The Democratic president? Yeah, that's who did that, isn't it? That's interesting. But and also that was 80 years ago, so spare me. Whatever, dude. It was wrong, but it was 80 years ago. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want now?
Almost 100 years ago.
And I feel like Asian people in this country are doing pretty damn good. They're
do
have the best economics.
The best.
Better than the white devils.
Yeah.
Somehow they're doing. So then the Marxist leftists start saying they're like white adjacent or something.
And they're like a few spots ahead of white people.
Right.
They're at the top of the list.
It's hilarious. And it's like, what are the Asians doing? What are the Indians and the Jews doing? Oh, they're staying married, getting an education, building businesses, and staying the fuck out of jail and not having 10 kids with 10 women. There's some rapper, I don't know who he is, but I read a headline to my wife just to like have my like a boomer like feeling this morning. There's a rapper, NBA Youngboy, announces that his mistress is pregnant the same week that he says his wife is pregnant. He has 12 children and he's 25 years old. So hopefully he is in the NBA because he's going to need that kind of money.
No, he's a rapper. And what's his name? Nick Cannon has 12 kids by at least 10 different women. Cam Newton has like 9 or 10 kids by 8 or 9.
What is that though? What is with not using protection? What's going on there?
I don't think. Oh well, they both say that. Oh well, I don't want to settle down in marriage. You don't need a piece of paper. It's saying cop out bullshit.
Yeah, but you got kids. You're responsible for human life.
You're supposed to get married. That's the bottom. It's not
about you. The money. Oh, that'll fix their abandonment issue. The money. They'll hug the money. Will show them how to fish. They'll take a pile of money and stack it up till it's shaped like a father, and then they'll go fishing with a pile of money. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But they both say that same bullshit.
The rest of us that raise our kids and our kids are not troublemakers, and we should be able to sue these people that just like ruin children's lives, and the kids grow up to be like degenerate and criminals because the dad and the mom can't get their shit together. Us good parents should be able to sue them. We really should.
I think having all that money and not having your dad, I think it's even worse for those kids because you have all these material things.
Oh yeah,
but you don't have the real thing that you want. You don't have your dad, you don't have your family, and you see kids who have less than you monetarily, but their dad's there, their family's happy, they're married. And you've been seeing this for years. You've been seeing, being picked up from school or whatever. You've seen little Johnny, his dad's always there, his mom's always there. Or when it's back to school night or it's the fall festival or whatever, mom and dad are always there. And then they bring his sister too. And that whole family is, constantly thrown in their face. And it puts them in the mindset of, man, I would give all of this stuff, all of these material things just to have my dad. And he could care less. And he doesn't have the time because he has 11 other kids. So what's Christmas like? Do you set a timer, like an egg timer? And then you have 1 hour with each kid? That's 12 hours.
You got to bring them all to you. You got to bring them all to you. You can't go to 11 houses in one day. What if they're in different states, different countries?
But how do you get it? What does opening presents look like with 12 kids under 13? What does that look like? Fucking chaos. Yeah. How do you give them all attention? They all want to see the look on your face when they show you their Christmas gift. So you're honestly going to replicate that 12 times and that's authentic? And what if dad, come over here? And what if you got a kid who's 11 or 12 and they need to have some time with you to talk some serious shit? Dad, look at this. Watch this. Look, kids are, my son's at that age. Dad, watch this. Watch this. Mom, watch. Dad, watch this.
Watch this.
Watch this. Watch this. So they're in that stage, or they're in the do it again, Daddy, do it again, throw me up in the air again, throw me up in the air again, and again and again. You have 12 kids, then they all come with their moms. That's gonna go smoothly. Those 12 whores are gonna be in the house together, and everything's cool.
Well, it's a good thing we know that women in competition for the same man are not nasty people. We do know that about women. If I know anything about women, I know that
women have zero jealousy in them, especially when they're around 11 other bitches just like them who want the same dude. That's gonna go great. That's not gonna end
that's
in
what
an
I
argument.
know about women. All right, when faced with another woman that may or may not be prettier or sexually preferred by her guy, they definitely aren't unhinged and crazy. That's a thing I know firsthand about women.
Yep. And then so what if you buy one kid a gift and the other kid, the gift, they think it's not as cool or it's not as expensive. You fucking prick. And then the women are going to want your time. I need to talk to you. Or even what if all 12 conversations are great? But all 12 conversations take 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
There's a hero in the
going down.
There's a hero in the chat. Look at Remdog with the solution to this problem. Revive the 12 days of Christmas.
I don't want to be on the turtle dove day. I don't want to be on the 8 maids of milking day. Fuck, man.
What
It's
is it, like
just
9 Lords of Leaping? You hired
yeah.
9 dudes of questionable sexuality to come jump around in my house in tights.
Ah.
Watch me soar. You know,
Dude.
this is real silk.
And so then you got to block out 12 days to have Christmas man. That's just absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Hold on,
to
this
do
question
that.
was on the SATs. What if you got 12 kids in 3 time zones and 5 baby mamas? If you get that question right, they let you right into MIT.
Oh yeah, that's a great point on the miser. What if you were spreading your seed? What all these women aren't going to be in the same area? What if New York and Midwest or just up and down the coast of California? Man, there's no fucking way. But if you had one woman, 12 kids, hey, you have a big family now. You have something special.
Well, our buddy Matthew Molston, what's he got? 9 kids? Yeah, from what, like 22 to 3 years old, I think, something like that. Yeah.
Well, that many kids, you got to spread them out,
I offered Matthew a direct TV at his house, so he had something else to do.
Oh, good. Like, that direct TV is not the same. Not the same.
Yeah, it's good. It's not that good.
It's good, but it's not great,
Yeah.
I get it. But I just think that's such a fucking cop-out when they're like, no, they say half of marriages end in divorce. Like, shut up, dude. So that's a bitch-ass cop-out. You just don't want to commit. You want to go out here, have your cake, and fuck it, too. Just say that. Don't try to fucking shit on marriage because you have commitment issues and you don't want to settle down because you think there's a better piece of pussy out there for you waiting that you've never had before.
As I told my son when he was younger, it's all the same in the dark. Do not make decisions based on that because you will.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself up.
It's all pink on the inside.
Yeah. You're going to listen. You're going to be fine. They're all pretty good. I got to say.
They're all Well, with basic, as long as she's not a willy-nilly with it, and she adheres to basic hygiene requirements, they're all pretty
herkily-jerkily, willy-nilly. So I was talking to is a whole other thing, but the 4 qualities you want in the woman is wiggly, jiggly, giggly, and waggly. Waggle's more than a wiggle. What you don't want is dumpy, frumpy, lumpy, and grumpy. You see, you don't want that. So.
You wouldn't want either of those by themselves, let alone all together.
Wiggly, jiggly's good, and giggly. That's good.
Hey, all very good. We can laugh together, girl. It's all good.
Let's see. Hardy Harmonica. Hey, Gabe, you got a gifted membership to Matt's channel. Stop by. Yeah, I stop by occasionally. Say it like a Canadian. Occasionally, I stop by, say what's up, throw a couple bucks his way, and then I skedaddle. I'm always working in the morning. I'm trying to focus. But I check him out. He's awesome. I'm going to do a show sooner or later. We're going to have him back. Just dude's got 9 kids with 1 woman, by the way. So he's a hero. But yeah, we'll have to get him back on here. With the 9 children, though, it's hard for him to come on here.
They're fine. Leave him alone. Just feed them something.
Yeah.
And leave them to their own devices.
They'll
be fine.
Speaking of awesome friends, I see the shirt that you're wearing. I was wearing the exact same shirt yesterday. Look at that. Wow. BigManComics.com. Guys, go to BigManComics.com right now. Pre-order Empyrean Earth Illuminated. Jericho's read it. Does it suck? Or is it like an awesome sci-fi adventure that everyone will love?
Everything you just said to the latter. It's amazing. I love it. My son loves it. We're going to read it again soon.
Good.
It was a great story from beginning to end. The visuals, the story, everything, the message, the massage was great.
Was it fun dialogue? Did you get that? Because I really love to work on the dialogue. It comes pretty easy to me.
No, the dialogue was good. The back and forth between the husband
Vera and Oliver.
Wife, yes, was great. Their interaction with the other characters was great. I told you that one of the pages we stopped on had a huge explosion on it, so that was awesome too.
Yeah, huge explosion. Guys, right here, Empyrean Earth Illuminated, 120 pages. We have 4 different covers, a t-shirt, a poster. You can order one thing. You can order everything. I recommend you order everything. We're doing a crowdfund for another few weeks. I'm going to be on Dana Lash's show on Friday. I'm doing Dr.
Nice.
Drew sooner or later. I'll be promoting this thing everywhere. It's a lot of fun. Things are going great. And speaking of promotion, speaking of that gorgeous shirt you're wearing that I was wearing yesterday, none other than Tyrus himself, the unstoppable Tyrus, wore my shirt on the show. I didn't even know he was going to do that. I just mail my friends shirts. As you see, Jericho's wearing one. Matthew Moston has one. Dean has one. A couple of my buddies have one, family members. These were the shirts that we wore during Comic-Con, the staff for people at my booth at the San Diego Comic-Con. It was the staff shirts. I printed a few extra just to give to friends and people involved in the books I'm doing. But good old, see, this was yesterday. You know, we was wearing the same shirt. We called each other in the morning. Said, "Are you gonna wear that? I'm gonna wear it." We coordinated our outfits.
Do it.
So
my daughter does that with her friends.
I gotta wear my hats backwards and then shave my mustache, and then I'll be Tyrus's brother. You know, so there you go.
My daughter does that with her friends sometimes. Though I'm like, "What are you wearing?" "Oh, me and so we're gonna wear the same shoes or the same shirt." So yeah, that really does happen.
Yeah, it's not a guy thing; it's a girl thing. So, but you know,
so guys, if you find yourself doing that, fucking stop.
Yeah, you're probably a Raider fan if you're doing things like that.
Definitely, or Cowboy fan.
All right. Oh boy.
Or both. Hybrid.
It's their year. Who's the
worst
always
fan? Their fucking year.
The worst. Do we got like a guy that's like a Yankees, Lakers, Raider fan? I need to meet this person.
I'm sure that beast exists somewhere, hopefully under the cover of night at all times. It never comes out in the daytime. But I'm sure a sports fan piece of shit like that exists. I'll tell you this, Gabe. I don't know who the biggest douchebag fan is, but I'll tell you who has the worst fucking cheerleaders in the NFL. That would be the Minnesota Vikings, who just added 2 gay male cheerleaders to their squad. I'm like, get the fuck. Man, look, they have cheerleaders in college because they're usually tossing the girls up in the air and shit, but that's as close as we want to get to the sun there, Icarus. You know what I mean? This shit, you're not tossing the girls in the air, you're dancing like a girl. It's fucking weird and gross. Get your punk ass somewhere else and dance. I don't know, dance somewhere else. There's no football fan that wants to go to the game or see on the TV, see some fucking dude with pom-poms dancing like a woman. Because he's not doing masculine moves. He's dancing just like a woman. That's gross.
I think that dude's gay.
Really? He better be. No straight guy's gonna fucking do that. And I guarantee you, I'll bet anything that somewhere in his life there was an event that caused him to be that way.
Whoa.
And that is very sad.
Whoa.
And that is very unfortunate. But I'll guarantee you something happened. It's like, you ever watch that show Hoarders or Hoarders too, but Intervention. It's people, you know, all various addictions, drugs, alcohol, whippets, all kinds of shit. Whatever people
like. They can fucking nuke their brain.
Oh man, it is insane. But these people are, you know, just beyond comprehension their level of addiction. And there's always, I've seen, I don't know, hundreds of episodes. Intervention's been coming on for 20 years, I think, or close to it. I've seen, it's one of those things I used to always watch with my wife. Every week it would come on, you know, before everything was streamed 20 minutes after it comes out. Every week we would watch Intervention, and every single episode, sometimes they do 2 or 3 stories in an episode. Every single episode, every single person, every single story, there's an event that turns them down the path of addiction. The parents divorcing, somebody dying, something tragic happens to these people, so a molestation or something, and it turns them down this path. There's always something, and I think it's the same thing when it comes to people like these male cheerleaders.
Are you saying that trauma in early childhood can create maladaptive coping strategies that lead people to have compulsive behavior, to get dopamine hits so they don't have to face the reality of the nightmare, fight or flight, pure feelings of being killed when they were a small child and baby? Are you saying that happens, and if it goes unaddressed, it can control their life on a subconscious level and they wouldn't even really know what's wrong with them?
Yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's something. Yeah, that's one of my favorite points. One of the fathers of psychology, Carl Jung. his most important thing he ever said, in my opinion, is the following. Take notes, because it's super important. Short and sweet, and it makes a lot of damn sense, and you're going to see it in your own life. Until the subconscious is made conscious, it will control people's lives, and they will call it fate. That means when you fuck yourself up and you do bad, dumb things, and you keep having these same problems over and over, hit pause on your life and go look way in the past, way deep in your subconscious. Why am I doing this thing? And you go, oh, it's because of that thing, and then you can get rid of it. You can get it out of your life. But until the subconscious is made conscious, it will controls lives. Because your true beliefs, they're all subconscious, and you will act on what you believe. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Problem solved.
It's really sad. It really is horrible, but I believe that's where that comes from. And to have male cheerleaders in the NFL is fucking stupid and disgusting.
Well, and it's just, it's like people playing Bluetooth speakers at the beach really loud, or people invading your personal space on the subway, people being outrageous in public and just ruining everyone's time. Putting those cheerleaders in the NFL is just a fuck you. What are you going to do about it? It's resentment. It's not about empowerment or they like cheerleading. It's, I saw you happy and I'm jealous, envious, resentful, and I want to ruin your happiness. That's what that is. That's why they always want to ruin stuff that good, beautiful, successful, happy people have, because they have just nothing but resentment in them. So now Rev Dog is saying college cheerleaders go hard. They are acrobatic, strong enough to hold up a whole girl with one hand, one finger, and throw them 2 stories in the air. Yeah, that's a good
they don't do that in the NFL.
That's a good
They don't do that.
If you're one of those college cheerleader guys, I feel like those guys have that's what we call a target-rich environment in the business.
Yep. They slip and they're like, oh, didn't mean to stick my finger in there. Why'd you smell it, huh?
Oh, no, that's just crude.
What?
That's a real look.
Why did you smell it?
That's my ex-wife's strategy too. Not sure what you're referring to, Patrick.
Ooh. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's just weird. But it's not why we're here tonight. Believe it or not.
No, it isn't. But yes, Jericho's got the shirt, and then people asked me if they could buy that shirt, and I said, "Oh no, I just printed that for staff at my booth and then friends." So maybe I'll do like a crowd fund to see if there's enough interest to sell a bunch of those shirts. You know me, if it ain't nailed to the floor, it's for sale. So
it's not nailed to the floor; it's going out the door.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, buddy.
That's right. I will sell sand to Arabs. I don't care.
I'll sell you to yourself.
Right. Iced Eskimos, as they say.
Imagine if somebody sold you to yourself. You're like,
but they sold you on horrible credit terms, like 28.9 APR or something.
Then you have buyer's remorse. You're like, I don't have buyer's remorse on myself. Fuck.
What happens if you don't make the payments on you? They can't repossess you from you.
You got to get repo, dude.
Where are they taking you? They can't take you away from you.
They're taking you to you, man.
Taking you back to, well, who the fuck sold me to me? I sold me.
Sold me this piece of shit. Sold me this rotten piece of shit.
Feels like something Kafka would have wrote. But anyway, he wrote some esoteric things, some very bizarre things.
Esoteric. I love that word.
I do like esoteric. I do like a big word once in a while. Nice.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Show off a little bit.
A little bit. I like saying extemporaneously. That's a good one.
First time I heard that word was in Action Jackson, where he told him, I'm merely extemporizing. I'm like, what does that word mean?
I like what other big ass words? Incredulity. I like that one.
That's a good one too.
I don't like inconspicuous or conspicuous. I don't like either of them. Go away. Don't like it.
I don't like conspicuous, but I think inconspicuous is used more. That's why I like it.
It is. Yes.
But conspicuous, nah, get out. You confuse me. Get out of here. I don't like it. Discombobulated. That's one of my favorite words. Juxtapose. I like that.
Juxtapose. Sure. Do you say any words incorrectly? For most of my youth, up to middle schoolish age, couldn't stop saying frustrated instead of frustrated. I would drop that R out of there. But of all the words I pronounced, that was basically the only one I got wrong. And then there was another one. Oh, what was it? I can't remember. There were two though that were like hard for me. So
I don't remember either, but I don't think I've ever said a word incorrectly.
Indubitably.
Yes.
That's a great one.
But I think you have to say that word with an upper crust British accent. Indubitably.
I say, my good man.
Yeah, you can't just say that.
You know what I like saying in our fat British Lord accent is saying something was a scandal. Oh, it was a scandal. I like that.
Yeah. Like some little short, fat British aristocrat with, jowls and bits of turkey leg coming out of the side of his mouth while he talks. And it has, hounds at his feet eating the crumbs.
Right.
And he grabs his drink and he's there's always some splashing out of it and shit when he's talking.
He's always gonna not stand for things. I will not stand for this. And it's like if I'm the servant, I'm like, he doesn't stand for anything, the fat ass.
Fat asshole. You're a fat asshole. Yeah, that's how the servants talk, that cockney fucking
right.
What do? Yeah, that would sound right coming from
my favorite words are the ones Sylvester the cat uses. How fortuitous. How serendipitous.
Dude, that's one of my favorites.
Succotash. Yeah,
he's one of my favorites, Sylvester the cat, man.
When I first started reading that sentence, Andy, I thought you were going to say Sylvester Stallone. How fortuitous. How serendipitous. Suffering succotash.
You? That's one of my favorites, man, Sylvester the cat.
I do like... one of my favorite things, though, is when someone busts out the $50 word and, boy, they don't know what it means and they get it really wrong.
Oh, yeah. No.
Now, the only one I give a pass to on that is Mike Tyson, because who doesn't love Iron Mike? But when other people bust those out, it was incongruous.
No, but when he says it, if you listen to him, he does use it correctly. You just don't think it's going to sound right coming from his mouth. But I've seen some old ones. When he's like, my defense is impregnable and all that kind of stuff. It sounds funny coming out of his mouth, but he is using it.
So I must have a false memory because it's just more funny that way.
Well, I think that's what we're always told, that Mike Tyson always says weird shit, but he uses it right. He does. Right. And I definitely think he gave out more punches than he took. So that helps.
Yeah.
Too bad he knocked the dude out in the first round. You're not going to be around for too many punches.
He was on a streak there in the late 80s and into the early 90s, just knocking dudes out in under a minute and a half.
Quick. You're in the bathroom trying to shake it.
His big fight after he got out of prison, Peter McNeely.
I watched that live.
Yeah, you watched all 1 minute of that or whatever?
1 minute, 29 seconds.
Yeah, I watched that at my own Dave's house.
We were in the sports bar, waiting for the fight. Then the fight. It was 1 minute and 29 seconds, and it was over.
Yeah.
Pack it up. Everybody shut off the lights on your way out. It's over. That's minute and 29 seconds.
It's very
And he came out shredded, too. Tyson came out shredded. Yeah, he beat the shit out of Peter McNeely. But they throw him a tomato can. Who the fuck is Peter McNeely?
They need him to win that first fight.
Yeah, right? Fuck that dude up. And I think he got off easy because Mike didn't catch him with any crippling punches like he normally does. But he did knock him down 3 times in under 2 minutes. So
we need a good American heavyweight champion again. We do. It was nice when we had Evander, when we had Tyson.
The 80s,
but those belts have all I like the Gypsy King. He's British. He's mostly done fighting. He's not American though. You need that American heavyweight.
Yeah,
we had Money May, probably the greatest boxer of all time, him and Ali. But we need that American heavyweight. We need him to be brash. We need him to be outrageous. We need him with the crazy sound drops. And it's been the Klitschko guys. It's been all, the Russian guys. There's a Ukrainian guy. I don't care. I want my American heavyweight, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to go, comb the cornfields. We
need to go Rocky IV and have the government build one. How the Russian government built Khal Drago. We
contract the government to make our own Drago.
Right. And he's just punching that machine that's just giving the stats and all that.
Yeah, and he breaks it on the last go round of the montages, he breaks it.
Who's the masshole he destroyed out? I thought you said in prison. Listen, I don't know what he got up to in prison. He might.
Yeah, Peter McNeely was from Boston, I think. I seriously doubt anyone was taking Mike's.
What about unhinged Mike Tyson threatening people? He said to a guy, I don't remember the context of the argument. He was yelling at a guy, and he said, "I will F you till you love me."
Yeah, I remember that. He shot that to a reporter. You imagine that Mike Tyson now?
No, he's mellow now. He's mellowed out.
But if he was around now, oh my God. Are you kidding me? He would get,
Right.
oh, you couldn't cancel him. Nobody's brave enough to get that
Yeah,
close
go
to him.
cancel him. I dare you to
You
go
ain't gonna
cancel him.
You can tell Mike Tyson shit. I'm sure, they say everybody gets tested when you go into prison. Maybe they did test Mike Tyson. No. I don't know. I don't know if they could convince somebody to do that.
Well, let's think about prison. It's typically kind of roughneck guys. You don't think Iron Mike was a hero to all those guys? He would probably be a celebrity in prison, right? Now, if you were completely unhinged, evil murderer guy, you're like, oh, if you murder Mike, now you're the king of the heap. You get all the credit. You get all the clout. I could see that guy going after Mike, but nothing was ever in the news about him having any trouble in there. So,
no, I bet Mike Tyson had zero trouble. I can't remember I think he said he fought somebody in prison. I want to say that he did. And who the fuck was that? Because you're getting this Mike Tyson, he went to prison at 1992 or something like that?
I like this. Yes, Mr. Tyson, I agree, Mr. Tyson.
Yeah.
That's what makes me so mad about those kind of guys. Okay, Floyd Mayweather, what is he? 5'7"? He's not a big guy, right? He's a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he weighs, 150 pounds, 145 pounds? I'm twice his size almost. There's no way I beat him in a fight. And that angers me. Because I should be able to clobber a guy that little. But of course.
If you can get your hands on him.
Yeah. How am I ever going to hit him with that Philly shell that he has there?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But imagine the idiot that they convinced to go run up on Mike Tyson. Even if you send like 4 or 5 dudes, you might get him eventually. But the first 2 guys, they're getting slept.
This is
like they've never been slept before.
100 men versus a gorilla thing. The first 10 guys versus a gorilla probably going to die.
You're dead.
I don't think the gorilla can kill 100 people because just the mob of people, And we're smarter.
It would run out of steam. Those muscles take a lot of energy.
The first guy is going to get his face eaten, though, by the gorilla. That guy.
First 10 guys, it's over.
Yeah. They're going to do that little drink the sake like the kamikaze pilots in World War II.
Yeah.
First guy's attacking the gorilla. So.
Your family will be taken care of. Your wife and kids will want for nothing. But you're not going home. You're going to die today because you're part of the first wave going against that gorilla. And you're going to get, double hammer fisted into the ground into a bloody mess. You're dead. He might grab you. Somebody might get grabbed and get their neck broken. Somebody might get their arm pulled off. It's going to be bad. But he's eventually going to get overwhelmed.
But your name will echo in history, my friend. We'll
build a memorial
to you. We'll build a memorial to you, and it will say, he fought the gorilla first. You'll go down. You want to be the guy that fought the gorilla second? That's like stepping on the moon second, dude. You don't want to be that guy. Gorilla gets immediately winded. This is true. The animals with the highest endurance on the entire planet and the species is us, human beings. We can, with relatively minimal training, we can run 20, 30, 50 miles at a clip and not stop. Mm-hmm. If you go out and train right now, within a few weeks or months, you can run marathon shit. I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending it. It's not medical advice.
Yeah, anybody ever heard of Kenya?
We get me, yeah.
And there's some Kenyans chasing you down. Dude, you're going to collapse.
Chuck Norris versus 100 gorillas.
Chuck Norris will do a round kick and kill all of them.
I want to be the guy that films it from a distance.
I put a drone. Fuck, don't put any humans in that harm's way. Send a drone up there to capture that shit.
Yeah, it is an interesting proposition. And speaking of interesting propositions, Steven Seagal is here. I got to step aside, but Steven Seagal is here. Hey, Jericho, how you doing, friend?
Why are you here?
I heard you needed backup to fight this gorilla. Where is he?
No, you can do it. I don't need any backup. You go first.
I'm lead guitar in my band, but I'm backup in gorilla fights.
Oh, well, no, we're good. We got 100 guys. We're good.
Well, what are we talking about? Is this like a lowland gorilla, like a silverback gorilla, or some kind of like Chinese communist mutant gorilla made in a lab in Wuhan?
No, we'll go all natural silverback gorilla. But like I said, we're good. We're all full up here. We're good.
Well, since you're going first, I'll play your theme music. I got a new jazz riff.
No, everybody has earbuds in. We're good.
Well, I could stream it from my iPod to your.
No, I think that would do more damage than good.
We could put the AirPods on the gorilla.
There you go. Yeah, you can pipe that noise into the gorilla. There you go.
That's not all I'm gonna pipe.
That'll scramble his fucking brain, and he'll kill himself. So,
it might enrage him though.
No, I think you'll just make the gorilla kill himself. He'll rip his own throat out just so that that screeching will stop in his gorilla ears.
It wouldn't be the first time I killed a gorilla. You know that?
With your music, yeah, I believe it.
How many gorillas have you killed? I've killed 27.
Just with your albums?
This week, yes, 27.
Yeah, I believe that shit. I haven't killed any, but you keep playing your music for the gorillas. That's great.
You know what a gorilla's favorite jazz song is?
No idea.
Nothing. They have horrible fucking taste.
Yeah, I bet. Cool. So yeah, I'm good.
You good?
Over here yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm ready. I'm gonna go drink a few Red Bulls, and then I'll be ready to fight this gorilla with you.
Yeah, go do that. Go find one. Go hop on a plane to the Congo and find one. Get some.
Let me ask you, where are we fighting him? I think if we fight him on his turf, that's a disadvantage.
I don't think it matters. I feel like the venue's not going to change the amount of strength that the gorilla's going to have.
Well, because my friend, he said we could borrow his warehouse so we could fight the gorilla in there.
That sounds good. I'd rather fight him in a steam factory, but that's fine if all you got.
That's crazy. My friend's warehouse is part of a steam factory.
Oh, cool. That's great, man. Well, I'm going to get out of here.
Well, it's a spark factory, but on Tuesdays, it's a steam factory.
Yeah, spark, steam, any of those, molten metal, any of those will work.
All right. Well, you're going to take him. We'll do a high-low.
Yeah, so I'm going to get out of here, and Gabe's going to be back in a second.
Well, no, he'll be back, but I'd be remiss if I didn't apologize to you for not wishing you a happy Juneteenth. I missed that. I felt real bad.
Thanks.
Oh, I know it was important to your people. That was a milestone. I wanted to wish you a happy early Kwanzaa, so don't miss it this time.
So, Gabe's on his way back.
All right, so I'm ready to play you my newest jazz riff.
Wait till after Gabe gets back.
Hold on. It's a sexually charged minuet about two guys that find love fighting a gorilla. You want to hear it?
Does the gorilla get involved?
No, they kill the gorilla.
So you should rewrite it.
That ignites their passions.
You should rewrite it.
Well, I guess the gorilla igniting their passions does make him involved.
The gorilla takes one guy and peels his dick like a banana. Put that in your song.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm not going to play then. I'm going to go back and rewrite that.
You should. But he peels it like string cheese.
Do you think when I play it, we should have like real bananas as props?
Yeah, I think so. No, use your dick.
No. Well, no. Here's what we could do. We could do that. What if we did this instead? We could use a regular Cavendish banana, but what if we use those tiny micro Filipino bananas? You ever seen those?
I have seen them, but I think it'd be better if you let the gorilla peel your penis like a banana.
Well, I'm not saying I hate it, but I feel like it would hurt.
Or let the gorilla punch you in your face. That'd be cool.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah. See ya.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm back. Hey, what did Steven want anyway?
Man, that's a bunch of bullshit. I don't even want to talk about it.
You know what I think? Steven's a weird. I like him. I feel like he's a little bit of a weird guy.
Yeah. I think so.
Like
I feel like he doesn't listen to what you're saying sometimes.
Yeah, like one of those people that just talks nonstop, doesn't take a breath.
I don't want to creep you out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I walked by the break room, right? I was gonna go in there and get a coffee, and I just kept walking because Steven was in there with his guitar, and he was, oh, Jericho, there, and he was like talking to you, and I heard it from down the hall. You guys were in there talking, but when I got there, you weren't there. Like, I think he just talks to you all the time, and he's not actually aware if you're there or not.
Well, I think there's a laundry list of things he's not aware of, like social cues and other things. So,
there's a lot of levels to Steven and his madness. He's a mad genius.
We should probably never invite him back because you don't want to have any situations. You don't want him to say anything, out of line and fuck it all up. So he should never come back.
He shouldn't come back?
Never.
What are we going to do without his jazz
I think that'll be best. I think that'll be best for the show.
Oh, all right. I'll let him know.
Let's try it. Let's give it a 6-month trial, and then we'll reconnect. Yeah. And then we'll reconnect.
He's going to be disappointed, dude.
Well, life is full of disappointments. You should know that as old as he is.
100 craft services versus 1 Steven Seagal. Yeah. Craft service never stood a chance.
Never. Snowball's chance in hell.
Oh, None the Miser got a preview of his latest album. He's got the Bobby Lupo Blues. Are you ready?
Dude, nobody wants the Bobby Lupo blues. Those are
Is there any other kind of feeling associated with Bobby Lupo?
Anybody? Hey, want to know why Richie killed Bobby Lupo? Because the guy's gonna go, hey, I know, I'll talk to you, police officer, right this way.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you in front of all these other gangsters that I'll be alone with after you leave.
In front of all these other criminals.
I'll snitch in front of all the moiterers.
Yeah. What's that? A gun in your waistband? I'll tell the cops right in front of you. Yeah. Well, that's how it works. That's how cops solve crimes. Just go, hey, you know who did this shit? Yeah, I know. I was waiting for you to ask.
All right. Well, ladies and germs, last week we did the best of Bruce Willis, and this movie, The Last Man Standing, from 1996. I could have sworn this was an early 2000s movie. Man, does time fly? No. Man, does time fly when you're hanging out with Steven Seagal? I have never seen you so thoroughly hate someone. Okay, be fair though. What's your favorite thing about it?
When he leaves.
When he
goes, I'm getting out of here. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what I love about him.
All right.
That's what I love about him.
Anyway, Last Man Standing. It is a action movie from the 90s. It's got a little bit of that John Woo gun fu that you see like in Face Off and The Killers. The gun stuff, even though this takes place in like Prohibition era America in the 30s, I'm guessing, or something like that. It definitely has a 90s tone to it, and it is the same story as A Fistful of Dollars and Yojimbo and the book Red Harvest by Dashiell Hammett. So this is now the fourth story from that original story of that book by Dashiell Hammett. Of course, we have the amazing Yojimbo by Akira Kurosawa and Toshiro Mifune, one of the greatest movies of all time. You have A Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood, which that made his movie career explode. Then you have this movie, which has Bruce Willis. He's charming. He's just Bruce. We love him. But otherwise, I thought it was just okay. Do you like this movie? Do you hate this movie? What do you think? Because you were asking me last night, I'm like,
I like it. I mean, it's not like, put it in the vault kind of movie, but I do like it. I think it has a lot of that. This movie is perfect for that Bruce Willis charm. Like, always cool, the voice, shots of whiskey. If you like whiskey and dust, you're going to freak out over this movie because it has tons of both. Lots of whiskey, lots of dust. Because, like you said, this is, West Texas during the Prohibition, the Dust Bowl. That's when everybody was, all the white people, all the poor whites and blacks were moving out to California because it was a Dust Bowl. You couldn't grow anything out there. Crops, it was a drought. So they moved out west, started picking, produce and shit out here. You get John Steinbeck and all that shit. So side note, it's funny when people say that, oh, what are we going to do if the illegals don't work in the fields? Same thing we did before. The poor whites and blacks did it.
You sound like a white supremacist, Jericho.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. But yeah, it takes place Prohibition, America. So between 29 and 39,
something like that. Yeah.
But no, I like this movie. If I see it on, I'll watch it. It's been a few years since I've seen it, before today. But I like it. There are a lot of good parts in this movie.
Now, did you see this? Cast. It does have a good cast. Did you see this before or after you saw either like Yojimbo or Fistful of Dollars? Because I wonder if that's coloring it for me, because Yojimbo is so good. Fistful of Dollars is pretty dang good. So like I'm comparing this movie the whole time to those movies.
Well, I saw Fistful of Dollars when I was a kid, but I was a kid.
Right.
This came out when I was 16. So, I could appreciate it for being an action movie at that age. But I hadn't seen Yojimbo until we did it on the show, a month ago or something like that.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay.
But I don't know. I don't think that changed. I don't know. Maybe that's why I like this movie as much as I do. But I don't think seeing Fistful of Dollars changed it the way I saw it anyway, because again, I was a little kid, so I didn't really get the story of it or anything. But no, I saw this when it came out. It was pretty fucking cool.
Right. So for those of you that don't know, the story Red Harvest was a book by Dashiell Hammett way back in like the 30s or whatever. Then in 59, Akira Kurosawa directs Yojimbo. It's a wandering samurai. He comes into a crime-ridden city where two big gangs control alcohol and prostitution, and they're warring. And what Yojimbo does is he hires himself to each gang to just make himself a bunch of money before he moves on. So he's playing both gangs against each other. Clint Eastwood does that in Fistful of Dollars. Comes into a town, two Mexican gangs, hires himself back and forth. Or I think it's a Mexican gang and a white gang. And then in this one, Bruce Willis comes to a town, hires himself out to a bunch of mix and a bunch of, what do they call the Italians? Like Dagos or something like that? Yeah, wops.
Wops, which
right,
meant
without
papers. They would stamp their folders at Ellis Island without papers. That's what we call them, wops.
So yeah, it does a lot of the exact same things as Yojimbo and all that, and then it changes up just some minor details. But overall, it's got the same great story. So and we start off in West Texas, right by the border, by the Rio Grande.
Yeah, Jericho, Texas.
In Jericho, Texas. Is that a real place?
I don't know. It is in this movie.
Population 57.
Sounds like it would be Jericho, Texas. That sounds like that couldn't be in any other state but Texas.
Right.
Like Jericho, Texas sounds like a real fucking place.
Right. If there is a Jericho, Texas, you do need to at least visit it once.
Take a picture in front of the sign, in front of the fucking what is it? Commerce, the city commerce sign with all the different badges and shit, like the VFW and
right. Yeah, they
Kiwanis and all that.
I never see that in California. Growing up in Colorado, they have those. They'll have that.
Yeah, they have out here.
I've never seen it here in Southern California once. Never. Nowhere in LA County, San Diego, San Bernardino. I've never seen that. Colorado, I would see them growing up there when I was little and when I go back and visit. But yeah, San Diego, I can't think of where I've ever seen that. Los Angeles, out in the desert out here. I've never seen a thing like that.
No, I've seen them going into town and stuff. You know, they have that little wall right there when you come in. It has like all the little badges and stuff. Yeah, we have that.
Right. My hometown, Greeley, it has that. The Kiwanis Club and the Rotary Club and blah, blah, blah. And it even has a sign that says, "Welcome to Greeley, an all-American city." That's a thing it has on it. So,
yeah. Jericho, Texas, a ghost town located in the Texas Panhandle, once a bustling stop on the historic Route 66.
Oh.
But it lost its population when Route 66 got rerouted.
Okay.
It was a significant stop on Route 66, partially known for the Jericho Gap. This was a stretch of unpaved road notorious for its muddy conditions, often left travelers stranded.
Oh, the Jericho Gap. Okay.
Take down.
One thing I like about this movie that they do, as you all know, my favorite kind of books are crime. I love Parker. Parker novels take place in the 50s and the 60s mostly. The author, Donald Westlake, did write them all the way up till 2008, starting back in the 50s. He started writing them. And he didn't write them every year, but I do like the crime noir, that kind of, she was a dame. She came into my office like a bolt of lightning. Mm-hmm. She was bad luck in a red dress, like that kind of thing. And this movie does kind of have those little quips from Bruce Willis, and he's got a great voice for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were some one-liners he dropped in the movie that I was like, I gotta write that down and use it in one of my comics. So that's a good line, but I didn't write it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you like that voiceover thing? Because that makes it different from Yojimbo and Fistful of Dollars for sure.
Yeah, definitely no voiceover in those. No, I like the voiceover aspect of it. Like you said, the voice worked. It's real. It was hot, 100 degrees. But when she walked in the room, it was 120. Everything was cool. He looked cool. Bruce Willis looks fucking cool.
He does.
So this is he was 41 when he made this. So he's still young. And one of the cool parts was this right here, the opening scene. He comes into town. This beautiful woman walks across the street. He's staring at her. And then she's with these guys. They don't like that. So he comes up and says, "Hey, that's Mr. Doyle's girl. It's one of the things you can't look at." So they kick his headlights out. This huge guy. You can see him standing right there. I can't remember his name, but he tells him, "Hey, take care of his windshield." Dude fucking punches through his windshield. The fucking windshield. And this is back before, the technology of having the layer of plastic between two sheets of glass so it doesn't shatter and slice your face up when you get in a car accident. So windows back then did break like that. They shatter like a pane of glass on your house. So boom, fucking punches him. Another guy stabs his tire, so they fuck his car up. And he goes into this bar, takes a shot of whiskey, and he goes, "Hey, you got any whiskey?" And he goes, "Yeah." Or what he asked me is, you got anything to drink?" "Yeah, whiskey or beer. We don't have much else." "I'll take a whiskey." And then so he drinks the whiskey, asks him some questions, like, kind of, "Hey, who's in charge around here?" Da da da. And he puts on, double 1911 45s that were very new. And that's another thing you'll notice in this movie, or with old movies like this. There were only a handful of guns. There weren't Glocks and SIGs and all this shit. They were just 1911s. You had some Colts, Smith and Wesson. Like, there were a handful of guns. You'll see them here. His 45s. There's like some 38s, Tommy gun, the BAR, the Browning automatic rifle, and all that kind of shit, which was invented because of Bonnie and Clyde. So, the guns were limited, and you have all this crazy fancy shit. So these two 1911s, he was fucking people up. So he puts on his shoulder holsters. That made me think of over the shoulder boulder holder. Anyway, and he puts on. I
heard someone say under the butt nut hut for a jock strap.
I never heard that one before. That sounds very accurate. So he puts them on and he goes, the bartender's like, "Hey, where you going?" The bartender is this little, wimpy guy. He's not going to kick anybody's ass. He kind of stays out of the way. "Where you going?" And he puts his 45s on in his hat and he goes, "I'm going to talk to those guys about my car." And then, you have like this, it almost sounds like a didgeridoo, but it's like a guitar. What's that instrument?
I don't know what that is.
It sounds like, it sounds like some kind of string instrument or something, but
there's some interesting musical cues in this that don't fit the time. There's some like heavy hard rock, like big, just kind of clanging is the wrong word, but it's like a guitar too, like just ringing out. It's weird.
It's like a guitar and a didgeridoo got together.
Right. And had a baby.
Had a baby.
A didgeridoo. I see there I go with my shit Australian accent.
Crocky.
So, look at this pecker. Look at the size of that pecker.
Look at the size of that pigga. It's actually not even pecker. It's pigga. The size of that pigga. And that crocodile. So he puts them on, cool ass shit. Like, runs his fingers over the front of his brim. And, I'm going to go talk to those guys about my car. So he goes over there and the guy comes out. And the first guy comes up to him. Another stuntman, bad guy. He was in Death Warrant with Van Damme.
Right.
His name's Patrick Kilpatrick.
He's a real
stuntman. So you'll see in the scene where he gets fucked up, it's really him.
He's the Sandman, right?
Yeah, that's right. He's the Sandman. But he was in all kinds of shit in the 80s and 90s. If you need it, because he has like a scar over his lip. Like he had like a, what do you call it, cleft palate or something like that. So he has a distinct look. So he's always cast as a bad guy. I've never seen this guy as a good guy.
Right.
But he played the shit out of it. So he comes up to him. He's like, "Hey," he walks in, and then that same woman, she's walking upstairs, and he's staring at her again. So he comes out and says, "Didn't I just tell you that's something you shouldn't be looking at?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I'm here to see you, actually. I broken windshield, the headlight, the tire." He's I was hoping you guys could help out with the damages. And so this guy is, when they're talking, they're walking around each other like in a circle. And so he walks around to
hold on a second. A much fatter me from 3 years ago. This is about 50 pounds ago. He was at that kung fu dinner I went to in LA in Chinatown. Remember where I met Todd Senafonte? I met Sheldon Lettich and Benny the Jet Arquez. Billy Blanks was there. All these legends of Hong Kong cinema and action movies. And I met this. Would you say Patrick Kilpatrick? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
this was like a year into the lockdowns. And during the lockdowns, I had pizza Fridays. I would make like 6 pizzas homemade every Friday and just eat like 3 of them. And do you remember how much eating you did during the lockdown? Shit.
The fuck else was there to do?
I was like 320 pounds. I don't know what I was thinking, dude.
You couldn't go anywhere and do anything.
I'm in the 250s right now. I'm so much lighter. Holy shit, I'm storing nuts for winter in my cheeks there.
Yeah, well, hopefully that guy was cool.
Oh, he was real nice. He was actually super nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys, one of those stuntmen, one of those bad guys that you always saw and everything. And so he's walking around and they're basically squaring off. They're about to have a gunfight. And so, you know, they stare at each other, and he pulls his jacket back. Oh, excuse me. And he says, you know, I can't remember what he said. Some shit like, well, you're going to have to kill me or some shit. And boom, they draw, and bam, 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 bam. He fucking shoots him. He ends up like going backwards, like rolling backwards, like the force of those 45s hitting his. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if you could do a Mythbusters and see if you take, you know, 2 rounds of a 45 that close that it's like,
well, I would say this:
throw you back.
I've never been in a war or any sort of like armed combat, and I pray to God I never am, even though I am a legal, responsible gun owner. But unfortunately, because of the internet nowadays, we've all seen people get shot and killed on like Twitter and all that, and you're not looking for it. Just some asshole posts a video and you're like, what is it? Oh, and then you like scroll away because you don't know what you're looking at for a second. And I have never seen a person get shot and the bullet move them. Like bullets don't have the force to move your body. They just destroy it when they fly through it, you know, and they just come out the other side. Then the person falls down dead is what I've seen. I am no expert. I don't know what I'm talking about as far as warfare and shooting people. I don't ever want to know something like that. But that's what I have been unfortunate to see on social media is people get shot and they don't fly backwards. In this movie, everyone flies backwards.
Yeah,
like
everybody's
able attached to them. Like, and it reminds me of the John Woo style. For those of you that don't know, John Woo is a Hong Kong action martial arts director, one of the great directors. And he came over to America in the 90s and did some movies, most notably Face Off. So when you see the clothes fluttering in the wind and the slow motion walking with the 2 pistols and then the double shooting and then doves flying everywhere, that's the signature like John Woo as a director moves. And this reminded me of that. And this is 1996, this movie. So you are getting that kind of, you know, craziness, that kind of edginess to the gunplay, which is fun. It doesn't fit the 1930s. It definitely feels like 1996, but it works. I do like it. It makes it interesting.
Yeah. And I want to say John Woo directed Mission Impossible 2. And I think his claim to fame, what got him on everybody's radar, was a movie called Hard Boiled.
Right.
And I think on the cover of that video, the guy has double guns. Because this, like shit like this we see now, it's just, double guns, no big deal. Minigun, no big deal. But there was a time where you didn't see that shit. You didn't see a guy with double guns. You didn't, outside of a Western, and you didn't see, you know, someone grab a minigun and fucking, you know, that was... Seeing that in Predator was like, what the fuck, dude? That thing's crazy. But now, you know, everything is a minigun. Everything has one on it.
Yeah, you're right. Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
He also did one of our favorites, Hard Target. Now think about some of the action in Hard Target with those slow motion and all the sweeping
slow motion. His jacket, the full length, like pea coat on and shit, blowing in the wind. Yeah. Right. John Woo was the shit, man. Broken Arrow. Ooh, that was not a good one. Maybe
that was not a great one. Not a great one.
Not good.
But John Woo, one of the legendary Hong Kong action directors, his influence you could smell it in this movie, and it's a fun thing, you know. You said you saw this. You saw this when you were 16. I saw this movie 24 hours ago when I was 47. I'm still 47.
So a little bit older.
If I had seen this movie at 16, I would have loved that action like that. You know, I mean, it would have been like, whoa, that guy flew into the wall and all that. So
yeah, it was fucking cool. It was really cool to see again. You know, not seeing stuff like that all the time. And he's deadly accurate with both of his 45s.
Right.
Which I'm not saying is impossible, but it would take a lot of training because it's almost impossible to do 2 things at the same time equally. Something's going to suffer. You're going to focus more on one gun than the other, you know, depending on where the target is and all that kind of stuff. So, but hey, Hollywood, the shit looks cool.
One thing this movie also does with the gunplay that is very John Woo, which I believe eventually morphed into and totally influenced the gunplay in The Matrix. Then you got John Wick. These are like the descendants of that. And there's a thing that's so cool to do in movies where you're using guns is to drop the magazines and then pop in new ones.
Yeah.
That's so sexy when people do that.
Yeah, you know? The sound of that magazine hitting the floor.
No homo.
No, all homo.
A little.
14%.
I mean,
but, you know, and you can hear when he's shooting, you hear the slide, the metal,
right?
The sound of the slide going back. And like I said, the sound of those mags hitting the floor, the sound of him hitting the slide release,
right,
going forward after he puts the magazines in,
right.
Like all those sounds are fucking cool. There's just certain sounds that they sound awesome to us, and it doesn't matter how many times. Like the revving of a muscle car, revving of the engine of a muscle car. I mean, that sound
right
is so cool, and the sound of metal on metal gun sounds. You know, the operating of the firearm.
Yeah, I did. I love my guns, and the gun I always sneak into everything is the Glock 17 because that was my first. And I'm going on Dana Lash's show on Friday, and and the producer of the show said, "Can you draw her as like a super character?" So I looked up some pictures of her and did a likeness, and then put her like in a leather, like a Catwoman Baroness thing. But you'll notice the gun I always use in my drawings and Dean Cain All-American Lawman is the Glock 17. You know, that's what I always give everyone because that's the one.
Hey, go back to her tits.
Hey, calm down. It's a married lady. Yeah, I made that for her. I think she would like it. People like drawings of themselves. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Not everybody can say that.
Well, and you know, she's a big NRA supporter, a big 2A supporter, as am I, as are you, Jericho. So. Have you ever done anything for the NRA or the local gun stuff where you live, like speaking or promoting or anything? Or
no, I never have. I'd be open to it.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
Just, you know, I speak at the San Diego gun owners meetings and conventions, you know, so not a big deal, just, you know, kind of cool.
No, I do it. I bring a gun and like start waving it around and pointing it in the crowd.
Just
never want to do this. Never do this.
Oh,
hey, why are you guys running up here? It's a problem. Yeah, you know, probably my last one, but it'd be memorable, huh?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it would be a way to go out and go right to jail. It'd be
grand opening.
You definitely
closing.
Remember it.
Yeah, that's all we're trying to do.
Yeah,
memory, shit.
Yeah, Remdog says Kurosawa loved hard-boiled detective fiction. Who doesn't? I do like. I love my crime novels. I really do. Yojimbo was based on Red Harvest, the book by Dashiell Hammett. High and Low was based on King's Ransom by Ed McBain. I will have to check that. I've never read Red Harvest or anything like that. I will have to check that out because if all these awesome movies are inspired by that book, that must be a hell of a book.
Right.
You know, I'll have to check that out because I'm always looking for new crime stuff. I'm addicted to Donald Westlake's books. I haven't even read half of them. I think he's written like 100 books. I've only read like 30 of them. So, you know, I'll get there. I'll get to Dashiell Hammett and all those guys eventually. So,
right.
Yes, I'm a big fan of the crime stuff. So that's why I think this. I mean, look at Bruce Willis. This is the exact kind of role he's made for.
Yeah, that would have been a sick ass poster.
Right, and he pulls off the vest because a vest can be dorky on someone.
Not when Bruce Willis is wearing it.
Like
and back then, you know, everybody had suits, hats, even that hot ass town.
Right, because there was a look in a recent gigantic movie that the guy was a billionaire wearing a vest and he looked terrible. I'll show you. Hold on. It was Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne in the Batman movies.
Oh.
And I hate the way he looks in the vest. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't know why. When he moves around in it, it looks terrible. Like it doesn't fit him correctly or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wardrobe guys got it wrong. I don't know. It doesn't. He's a good looking guy. He's in shape. I don't know, but it looks terrible on him in this movie. I'm not sure.
No, don't log it. Don't.
So, either way, the vest does work on Bruce Willis. He looks great.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another plus.
It's great in it, man. And you know, West Texas, it's hot as fuck out there.
Oh.
They must have been miserable in those fucking suits and dress shoes. But I guess back then, you know, guys didn't wear shorts and t-shirts and shit. So
right,
you're just suffering, fucking having swamp ass in a fucking knit suit. Oh my god!
Right, and they didn't have all the synthetic material, so everything's wool and cotton.
Fuck yeah! And they weren't like at least roll your pant legs up.
Oof.
Fuck. Nah,
Yeah.
Nothing. Just swamp nuts. All
So
day
anyway,
long.
he goes into the Irish Mafia's headquarters and kills a bunch of the dudes.
Yeah.
And doesn't.
Oh, actually, he only actually killed the one guy. He shot up the windows.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No, did he kill? No, I don't think he got anybody else.
I thought he got
think
2
he
or
shot
3
him.
of them, but maybe he just got 1.
Well, because he's later in the movie, he says, I killed 3 of your guys.
I think he killed like 3 in this scene. I don't remember. They were not consequential characters. So anyway, he goes and messes up the let's see. Heather says it's 106 in Havasu right now. Heather.
Fuck that.
Go sit in a cold bathtub.
Yeah, shit.
That's right. I'm so glad I live where I live. Let's do the San Diego bragging about weather checks that I always do. Oh, hold on, guys. It's 66 degrees.
Not here.
Little nippy.
Not here.
My friend in high school used to say it's a titty bit nipply. He thought that was real funny.
It was at one point.
It was when we were
was
15.
funny.
It was hilarious when we were 15.
Let's see. It's 84 here.
Me no likey.
Mm.
That was our high this summer. That was the hottest it got. We got 84 like last Tuesday. I was outraged. So
it's gonna be 99 on Friday. Fun.
Heather says rude. Hey, I'm not the one that made you live in the center of the sun, Heather. I would like to know the lore of how you got out there because you used to be here with the best weather.
I want to live on the hottest place on earth. And
your name rhymes with weather, Heather. Come on, get it right.
Come on, Heather, get your weather together.
We still have to find something that rhymes with orange. Oh, Heather says her parents brought her there, and then she opened a business. Well, as a fellow business owner, Heather, I suggest you sell something that cools people off where you live. I feel like there's a market for it out there.
Yeah.
Or maybe Heather's like an old-time saloon owner. No, I know she's a hairdresser. But I want to picture her as an old-time saloon owner with those little bands on the bicep, you know?
Yeah, to keep her sleeves from rolling down.
She's just cleaning glasses all day, and criminal cowboys stumble into her dusty bar, you know? What'll it be,
there, cowboy? Why don't you come over and see me sometime?
Yeah, that's right, see? But what are we doing? This is like a 30s gangster.
That's what these guys were, the Italians.
Right. What is his name? Stasi? Stazel?
Strozzi.
Stasi was Hitler's secret police. Holy shit.
Yeah, where's your mind? Racist.
Yeah, you know who else drank water when he was hot and thirsty? Hitler. Trump was seen enjoying an iced tea. You know who else drank when it was hot?
Fucking Hitler. It's not even Hitler anymore. It's Hitler.
Hitler?
You're just like a Hitler. So, yeah, they had, what's his name? Of course, Christopher Walken. What's his name? David Patrick Kelly, fucking Sully from Commando.
Right. Sully.
And the mechanic, he was the guy from Ace Ventura.
And the bartender, the saloon owner, I recognize him. I think he played a very similar role in Deadwood, that Western on HBO. I think he played something in that. And he was another like jittery, jumpy, kind of nervous. That guy that laughs too much because he's up to something, you know?
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I think great cast, man. Great cast.
Yeah. And then they had that, the first hooker he gets with, I recognize her from movies like Nowadays. So this was like a small bit part she had, which we got to talk about the attempted assassination when he's with the hooker. So anyway, he goes to the Irish gang, kills some of the guys. Then he comes over to the Italian gang. So these are the two gangs control the city, just like Yojimbo and Fistful of Dollars. So he comes over like, hey, I'm going to work with you, with the Lucchese's or the Marcones or whatever these guys are called. And they have a big Italian dinner with wine and bread and gabagool.
Hey, ma.
Hey, ma. You got to do this. Jericho, do you ever do this?
Hey, boopada. I just spoke Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he flew out. He's like, hey, I had these moms flown out from Chicago over here, like to make the authentic Italian food. And imagine how good that food was, because that's real tomatoes, real pasta. Probably made the pasta by hand, cranking it through a machine. The meat is raised in the outback.
Right.
All that shit, man. The bread is fresh baked. Cheese, probably makes her own fucking cheese. Her own mats over here.
Mozzarella.
All the ingredients. You know, there's probably 3.
And some Brigitte,
some
ricotta,
fucking gabagool. Ricotta. Let me just say ricotta.
Why do they swoosh all their words like that? It's like it's ricotta. What do you mean?
That's the Italian equivalent of somebody saying, "Hey, let's go over there and get a burrito birria." Like, no, you say a burrito or a taco, you're fine.
You go through the drive-thru. Yeah, can I have un molita?
Un burrito y una horchata, por favor. Calm the fuck down. It's Taco Bell. It's fucking Taco Bell. Just say a taco and an horchata. Just say horchata, motherfucker. Right. No one's going to be like, dude, you speak Spanish? Fuck, we're in California. No way.
Yo quiero, me das la salsa más pico, lo más pico.
Welcome to Taco Bell, dude. I'm going to take your order. Hola. Yo quiero. Like, chill out. Chill the fuck out.
Bueno.
But yeah, it's like fucking over here in the mountain. And that looks like a great time to me. But yeah, he's with the fucking Italians, and this is where he starts playing them back and forth, because they go to one side, get information, sell that information to the other side. Well, now you work with us. They go to the other side, but it's
which is kind of funny in all three of these movies. Like, the bad guys are dumb. You keep telling this new stranger stuff, and then bad stuff keeps happening to you. You're not figuring out what the problem is. How do we know we could trust him? The thing we told him got sabotaged. I wonder who could have told our enemies. I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely some. But he even said himself, there's like one guy who's smart and the other guy's a fucking idiot.
Right. So yeah, they're having the dinner. Bruce Willis is sitting next to the big boss at the head of the table. There's Strozzi. And then in comes his cousin Giorgio, who also played Christopher Moltisanti on The Sopranos for 6 or 7 seasons.
Yeah, Michael Imperioli.
That's right. So he comes in, and he doesn't like Bruce Willis. I don't like no new guy. I don't know if we could trust him, blah, blah, blah. He starts screaming and yelling.
And he comes in, he's like, hey, what? Nobody waits. And he goes, you're late. Yeah, the fucking thing over here. And he's like, hey, I got a new guy here. Name's John Smith. He works for us now. What? I don't want no fucking new guys. And all this shit. He's like, listen, look here, Junior. He said, if you got a problem, take it with your boss. I just work here. He gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
Face, you little bitch.
Right. So Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis in this movie. He's the standout. He's always that kind of face of stoicism and ultra macho masculinity. Yeah. So, and that's a real fun aspect of it.
Yeah. Like someone who have a gun to his head and he's like, oh, what are you gonna do? That's his attitude to the whole movie, and it's like super cool.
And just like A Fistful of Dollars and Yojimbo, you got the Coffin Makers, one of the main characters. So the characters in this movie are as such. You have the Irish gang, the Italian gang, and that's basically all the characters, except there's the bar owner, the wimpy sheriff who's on the payroll of the bad guys and won't stand up to him, and then you have the Undertaker Coffin Maker. Just like the other two movies, you have those three ancillary characters that are kind of neutral, kind of on Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, and Toshiro Mifune's. It's on their side. Everyone else is bad guys in the whorehouse and all the bad guy stuff. And there's also the magistrate from Yojimbo. And in this one, we have like a Texas Ranger or something who shows up, right? Like there's an investigator that shows up at one point. And in the other movies, you have the same thing. You have the big dog that comes to town for a minute to kind of ask some questions. What the hell's going on here? And then he leaves again. So,
yeah.
So he goes back with the little like Weasley guy that owns the bar. Then he's like, hey, it's like, what? Girls, ladies, you got any
you got any hooies?
Lady that I could give some money to, and then she could do something for me.
Yeah.
Now I have a quibble with this scene, and it's a little not graphic, but I just have a logistical. When nerds are like, well, actually, a blue lightsaber is for the good Jedi, and only the evil Sith lords would use a red. I'm going to get a little bit like that about sex and assassination in this movie. I'm going to get a little dirty with it because it doesn't make sense to it.
You rarely see those two together.
Right. Who is this lady? Because she's kind of cute, and I've seen her in movies in the 2000s.
That's Leslie Mann. I think she's the wife of Judd Apatow.
Right.
In real life.
Right. So anyway, she's a hooker, and Bruce Willis pays her for her time. And he's laying on top of the lady, as one does in coitus. And he's doing what people do. And then she's just like talking about like her day or nonsense or something, which is probably annoying. But it's a setup. The Irish people told her to get him in there and get him busy, and they would come in and assassinate him. And he does some awesome John Woo, jumps off of her, rolls around, shoots this guy, shoots that guy. But here's my thing about all this. They tell this girl, get him in bed, and they will come in and shoot him. Fine. Except for the part where he's laying on top of her. Because I don't know if you know, but bullets will go through the first person into the second person.
Yeah.
So, if you're trying to help an assassination, you probably don't want the victim laying on top of you.
They probably didn't give a shit. They'd kill her too.
But why would she agree?
She's an idiot.
She knew the setup.
She's an idiot.
So here's the graphic part. I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to be filthy, but I'm just saying they could have. This could have been done a different way, where shooting him wouldn't have necessarily hit her. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, maybe wait till he's up, putting his pants back on or something like that. I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, the way that it went down, she definitely would have got shot.
Yeah, she would have caught a stray.
Yep. They might have killed her on purpose just so she couldn't say shit.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut, you dizzy broad.
Yeah, you dizzy dame and your fucking gams. And they say that too. He's like, your wise mouth Polak dame. What happens to wise mouth Polak dames? They get their ass kicked. So yeah, there's a lot of, and I like that dialogue. I like the the dames and the skirt,
right?
And that kind of shit. That was pretty cool. He slugged me a couple times. That kind of shit. Those words are pretty cool.
Right.
Slang of the time.
So then Bruce Willis is mad that he had to kill dude. Says they were trying to, and they interrupted his good time. By the way, that would piss anyone off.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck, man? You see me working over here. Jeez. Let the man finish.
I don't want to fight anyone or gunfight anyone ever. Gunfight never. You really want to fight someone naked? I don't know.
You might have to be butt ass sometimes. Just handle your business. Hopefully, when you're done, everybody's dead, and they won't see your ding dong, your post-coital ding dong.
Well,
everything goes as planned.
It wasn't post, dude. It was mid.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Your mid-coital ding dong, which would probably be better. What do you guys think? If I blow your fucking head off? Yeah, it's nice.
Another manager says they were overemphasizing how disposable the dirty whore is.
Ooh.
Yes, I get that. But all I'm saying is why would she agree to do it this way?
She's an idiot.
Why was she like, yeah, I'll help you set him up, have him lay on me, and then shoot him?
They probably told her.
Like that. Like, why would
she told her this is what's going to happen? She's like, okay. I don't think she doesn't seem like the type of person who's going to ask too many probing questions. She's not
like an astronaut or a physicist.
No,
kind of.
Actually, I have an inquiry.
Don't you feel like the dynamics of the ballistics incur an injury to the woman in this scenario?
Shut up. Boom. All right, I will engage in your plan.
Well, compensating for the thrusting motion, there's a distinct possibility that further injury could become.
Dude, and she was talking the whole time. I'm like, dude, shut up.
And not like the fun kind of talking, like talking about like something completely unrelated, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm from this town in Jersey. You ever been to Jersey before? Oh, it's so hot in the summertime. He's talking about shit like that. And he's like, I guess she was more of a means to an end, so he's not like,
I guess.
Still, I was like, hey, shut up, lady. Huh?
Heather says, you guys sound as spotty. Does that mean the signal's bad? I don't know. Let me know.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Heather?
Yeah, Heather.
Maybe your router's melting because you're in fucking Lake Havasu.
Hey, it's a 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 4,000 square feet, 9,000 square foot lot. It's on the sun, though.
Yeah.
It's only $200,000, but it's on the sun. It's on the surface
in the center. Sky. Like if the sun had a butthole, that's where Lake Havasu's dead center.
Oh.
That's where it is. That's where it's a heat factory. All the heat for the rest of the world is made in Lake Havasu.
None of the minds are saying audio is glitchy. Sorry. We'll see if it changes.
Fuck
Let me know if it gets worse or better.
You guys are lying. You guys are absolutely lying.
So anyway, he doesn't get killed. Now the girlfriend of Stocky comes in a different. That is good looking too.
Yeah.
I was the casting director. I would have had the hooker play the girlfriend, so she could be in the movie more. And the less attractive woman, she could be the one who was the hooker for like 2 minutes in the movie.
Like, actually, hey, come in for a second. So we decided you're uglier, so we're gonna take you out of the movie more.
How do people do that?
Hey, some people are just like, what the fuck?
In a movie or a TV show where the characters, like the plot of the point of that character is they are ugly or they are fat or whatever. How do you? mean, I guess work is work if you're an actor.
Yeah.
Get work, but
I'm sure at first they were probably like, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this," but after a while, they're like, "Look, you're A, B, we need C. Do you still want to do the movie or not?" They probably don't give a fuck anymore. And they're probably a little sociopathic. Is that a word? To begin with.
A little bit.
So
they're saying our audio's all weird and glitchy. The audio's messed up. You guys are missing gems here. So what I'm gonna leave and then come right back in. Maybe that'll do something. So give me 1 minute. I'll leave the show and I'll come right back. Okay.
hey guys. I guess I'll leave too. Bye.
Okay, I'm back. How are we sounding? Oh, Jericho. I guess Jericho got kicked out when I left. Hello?
Well, I was just going to tell you to turn off the Wi-Fi. Remember,
I already did that. But thank you. AI Jericho should talk to AI Steven Seagal. I feel like Jericho does not like our friend Steven Seagal. It booted you? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Jericho. We better not have Steven Seagal back for a while. I feel like if they've met in person, it might get a little funny, Anyway, I will take care of things until he returns. Let's see. Is he texting me? Hold on, someone's texting me. Oh no, it was a text from my wife. Nothing to do with the show. Heather said he took off. Well, if he took off, he took off. Nothing can be done. But he might come back. Okay, audio is better. Okay, well, hopefully he'll come back. If not, we'll see him next week. Arrivederci, my friend. But no, he'll be back. I'm sure he's just took the opportunity to go to the little boy's room, refill his water. But anyway, okay. So the Italian group, they're gonna get so it's prohibition. There's booze. They're bringing it in illegally across the border. Guys, believe it or not, bringing in contraband illegally across the border into America from Mexico. That's such a crazy idea to put into a movie. It's totally unrealistic. Kind of thing that would never happen. Anyways, the guys that have all that booze, they get blasted to pieces by Mexican military. They get utterly destroyed. This is a setup by the Italians on the Irish. They just annihilate these guys. So, and this is Bruce Willis working both sides against each other. And so then Bruce Willis comes back. He's talking to the sheriff who's crooked and the sheriff's deputy. And he's like, hey, maybe your little buddy over there in the corner overheard me talking about going to the whorehouse, this, that, and the other. And he told the Irish guys, to set me up and to do all that. And he talks to the girl, the Irish girl, the hooker that set him up. I don't know if she's Irish, but she was the hooker from the Irish hit job. And he tells her to get lost, get out of town and stuff like that. So she gets out. Sorry. Not sure where Jericho went. Let me call him right quick. I'm going to call him real quick. Hold on. One second, folks.
What's up? You ready?
Yeah, I'm back in. Yeah, you ready?
All right.
Okay, all right, bye. He's coming back. He's headed back. Sorry. Leaving and coming back threw me off here. Let's see. Right. So it's a setup by the Italians using Mexican army guys. They attacked Doyle's men there. They were there to get the shipment of booze from Mexico, and they kill them and they take that. So let's see. And then one of the Italian guys, he's going to go down to Mexico to make more deals and stuff with Ramirez, who's the Mexican army police leader guy there. So then after that, Smith, which is Bruce Willis, he has a meeting with the Irish, and they convince him to talk with them and to join their side of things. So, and you got that guy that's standing in the door frame that's like 9 feet tall, and he's beating some ass, you know. And we get a scene outside where we find out that, okay, Bruce Willis is back with the Irish. So the Italian guys and him, they're facing off. You know, they're like, oh, you know, and he's pointing the gun at him. And it's just like in Yojimbo, just like in Fistful of Dollars. He's going back and forth between the two gangs, you know. And the one thing about this movie, I'm not sure, you know, I just had this feeling while I watched it that it was like a little edgy. Do you remember in the 90s, like the early, like the X Games and like Extreme Mountain Dew and Extreme Doritos or whatever? I don't know why, but there's something about this movie that kind of gave me that vibe, a little bit of extreme. I'm not sure what it was, you know. Let's see. Live with Jericho Green. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Is something going on? He's not here yet. He'll be back. He will return. Oh, he texted me and said he was going to get more water. He was going down to the well he has outside. He's going to bring up a pail of water. So my dad has a well on his land. My dad has a few acres out in Colorado. He's had it since the late 70s, early 80s. It was the house I lived in when I was a little boy. The house I lived in, I think we moved there when I was like 4. I think we moved in there when I was like 4, and then my parents got divorced when I was 8. So I lived there. We called it the Red House. When I was a little kid, my brother Abe and I, we we noted houses by their color. So the red house, we'd say, "Oh, I'm going to go to the red house." That was like our house. We're going to go to the white, the yellow house, the blue house, stuff like that. That's just how we did it as kids. The Quick and the Dead with Gene Hackman has crazy extreme vibes. I've never seen that, but yeah, there was something about this movie that I can't put my finger on. That it has that extreme in it. Like I want to see like a guy doing like a 360 on a skateboard. I don't know what it is. I think it's some of those guitar stings that are there once in a while. It's some of the double gun shooting and people flying back and hitting walls and shit like that. I think that's part of it too. But there is a little bit of something about it that makes it extreme. So let's see. So we've heard about this guy Hickey a few times. And he's the big bad. He's the ultimate psycho killer assassin that Doyle, the Irish gang, has. But he's been out of town doing some other stuff, but he's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's so deadly and dangerous. And, you know, he has a big scar on his face, and someone slit his neck when he was younger, but he didn't die, and all this stuff. Like, he was butchered when he was young. And it is none other than Christopher Walken is playing this guy. And it is a very not Christopher Walken appearance in a movie. He doesn't, you know how Christopher Walken in the last like 20 years has turned into like not a parody of himself, but like I guess a parody of himself almost. We're very aware it's him, and this is played more straight, more like a vicious killer. Pretty normal tone of voice in this movie. He doesn't have that thing where he takes a 1-syllable word and like the 1-syllable word where he makes it a 2-syllable word. We don't really hear any of that in this. It's a very normal thing. So he's coming. So they're planting that seed of like this doom that's coming with him. Let's see. So what happens here? So I saw the movie last night. I'm checking notes here. Give me real quick here. Yeah. So Smith, that's Bruce Willis. He's back with the Irish. So he helped the Italians rob the Irish of all the booze with the Mexicans. Now he's getting back with them. The Italians are heading down to Mexico because they found out that's where some of their booze is down there. And Bruce Willis is kind of minding his own business in town. You know, he calls up the Italians to give them a warning about what might happen if they don't watch it. So again, playing them against each other, making them fight each other, making them kill each other, and charging them money the whole time. Because for all these things he does, playing them against each other, he's charging them a fee. You back?
Yeah, and he's getting old Giorgio all riled up. Like saying, "Hey, are you getting this? Yeah, I'm getting it. So you don't want to miss this. You know, make sure you tell him." Like he's treating him like a dumb little snot-nosed punk ass errand boy, which pisses him off, and he almost plays his ego against him to make him go do something foolish. and like clockwork, he does something foolish.
Right, and he's an ego. He's got an ego. This guy, and he's got a hair trigger. There's a little like yappy dog that lives a few blocks from me, and they got a fence there, and they have some like little knot holes in the fence, and he's one of those dogs like going crazy.
Yeah,
and I hate to admit this, but every once in a while, I'll run my finger on the fence on purpose to make noise to just make him crazy. And I just laugh at the dog, poor thing. And that's what Bruce Willis is doing to Michael Imperioli here.
Yeah.
Just kind of touching the fence, making the dog nuts.
But he's not a big dog that if the fence wasn't there, he would come
Right.
attack you. He'd probably turn around and run.
Right. No, and
hide
my
behind
neighbor's
it
dog, it's one of those like the size of a loaf of bread. It's just one of those little
Yeah.
angry little dogs. I think they're mad because they're so small, those dogs. I
Little
don't know.
noisemaker.
Right.
Like, get out of you, little shit.
But I'll do that once in a while. I'll just drag my finger on the fence.
Fucking set them off.
I shouldn't
It's
do
so
that.
easy. They get so crazy. They get
I
fucking
shouldn't do that,
insane.
but it makes me laugh.
It's hilarious, man. Nobody gets hurt.
Right.
It's a victimless crime.
Right. So yeah. So now, like I said, he went and shot the Italians, joined the Irish, had the Irish rob the Italians of their booze with the Mexican guys, and then
got their guys killed.
right. So
They
yeah,
lit that fucking car up.
he helped the Italians rob the Irish. So he's back and forth and back and forth. Now he's with the Irish, setting up the Italians to get caught stealing the booze. So he helps them steal the booze. Now he's going to help them get caught stealing the booze. So there you go.
Yes.
And the whole
And
while
get
he's
their
making
trucks
money
back.
and laughing.
And wait, not only is he playing both sides of both gangs against each other, he's in cahoots with Strozzi's girl to get information from her. He's splitting.
Right.
He's giving her $100 a week, and then he's splitting money with the sheriff. He's like, "Hey, that's worth about at least $1,000." He's like, "Make sure you put me down for half of that 1,000. Hopefully
Right.
500 of that." So he has little deals going on everywhere. And he has all his hands in all these little cookie jars, some bigger, some smaller, but his hands in those cookie jars.
Now, I was saying while you were out, there is something about this movie that I can't put my finger on. There's the John Woo gunfighting. There's those like guitar stings, but I don't feel like that's enough. But for whatever reason, while I was watching it, I texted you last night when you were asking me what I thought. I said, there's like a extreme Mountain Dew, like X Games, like there's, extreme Doritos. There's like, this is 1996, right in the height of extreme. And I feel like I feel it watching this movie. And I don't think the gunplay is enough. Am I seeing things or do you feel it too, what I'm talking about? There's something about it, not the whole movie, but there's like flashes of extreme.
I mean, this is the height of Cool Ranch. Okay, this is a bag of Cool Ranch, and you're washing it down with a bottle of Crystal Pepsi.
Right.
So this is very 90s. I thought it had a good mix of action. I don't think it was too much action because there's a lot of story to set up. The back and forth, the deceiving, the double dipping, and all this kind of stuff, and all these different storylines going on. So I think there was a good mix of action because if you go back and look at Yojimbo or you look at Fistful of Dollars, those weren't action-packed either. Because you had to set up the story of the going back and forth and planting seeds and being deceptive, making the money. And then another thing that's a common thread through these movies is a good old-fashioned down-home, farm-raised, organic ass whooping that they get. And he gets a good one.
Yeah. What do you think of all this extreme stuff here? Extreme inline skating.
And the inline skater has pads everywhere.
Well, I've told you about the comic book industry. It had its boom from like 88 to 93, 94. Comic book artists were quite literally making millions of dollars. You couldn't throw a rock without hitting a comic book store. Comic books had their highest sales ever. And it was extreme. You had extreme justice. You had look at this guy. He has like endless patches and belts and like 7 guns.
Yeah. I love it.
This was 90s comics were like extreme. Everything was extreme, over the top. It was there was a band in the fucking 80s and 90s called Extreme.
Yeah.
More than words.
Oh yeah, those long guys with the long hair, the black and white
Singing,
video.
I love you.
But
yeah.
hold me go down.
Look at all this extreme.
But that's how it was in the 90s. That was, everything was extreme. X Games. That's when that came out.
Extreme dinosaurs.
Everything extreme. Our extremes are extreme.
Hold on. I have to show you like the quintessentially most extreme comic book artist. Hold on. You got to see this. Stephen Platt, he still works. I think he works in like video games and all that, cartoons and all that. But the way he would draw stuff in the 90s. Okay, here's a perfect example. If you can see what this is, there's a character in the middle of this shooting a machine gun. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see how big we can make this. This is a Stephen Platt illustration of there's a giant rock man in the back whose head is like 2 feet tall. There are 2 guys with guns that have like 5 barrels on them. Endless bullets, dead bodies. This is extreme in the 90s. Can you see that? Can you even make that out?
I can see the muzzle flash on the right coming from him. It's kind of hard to make out.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find a better one.
Who's shooting him?
Yeah, that's kind of, hold on. If I get one with color, so it'll separate some of the planes. Hold on, I gotta find something. Hold on, I gotta find something. Yeah, nothing was more extreme in the 90s than comic books. It was just insanity. Hold on.
And that's when you have the X-Men cartoon.
Right.
Batman cartoon.
Oh, here's his Moon Knight. Let's look at Moon Knight. Now, Moon Knight, there was a Disney Plus show of Moon Knight. Here's a cover for Moon Knight that he drew.
Damn.
He's just a guy in a white cloak and a cape.
I can't even make it out.
Right.
Like, where's his face?
Shout out to 90s Extreme. That's right. His face is right there in the middle. You see the eye under the black shadow there? And
he's like wearing a mask or something?
Yeah, he's just wearing a white like ski mask, like a complete.
It's too much going. It's too extreme.
There's too. It was extremely extreme.
It's too much. It's too much.
Everything in the 90s was over the top. Like even Superman, like there's regular Superman, right? But then there was like combat gear Superman, like behind him with the headband and all the straps and
like Superman needs upgrades. Does he really need a fucking metal suit?
You know who wasn't strong enough? Was we'll do one more. Hold on.
If I was Superman, I'd be naked. I wouldn't wear nothing.
Okay. Here's Rob Liefeld's character, Cable, and then Deadpool. Cable's like one of the X-Men or something like that. And he was like a soldier. He was like a soldier from the future. So he had a lot of guns, this guy. A lot of guns, a lot of pouches, a lot going on. That's 90s Extreme!
Yeah, extreme.
Look at that.
Oh, you know who else was extreme?
Look at his shoulders. He has like 3 ninja swords. He has a backpack with like a bedroll, but the bedroll is like glowing pink.
It's a laser sight on his bedroll.
A laser sight on his bedroll. Like 400 pouches. Deadpool has 1 million pouches and a blade. But
you know who else was like that? Was Bishop.
Right. Oh, I
remember the X-Men trading cards, the comic book trading cards.
Right.
Those are big in junior high school. But I remember Bishop. He had the huge muscles and all that kind of shit too.
Right. But Rob Liefeld, people would tease him about his art because he would draw so many pouches, those tactical pouch. So someone once did this. Hold on, you're gonna laugh when you see this. Someone made up a comic book and he actually went along with a joke and drew this cover of a guy made of pouches. The guy, his entire body was just pouches. Even that rifle is just made
of pouches, and the magazine too.
Introducing the pouch.
It has to
look at the name of the comic book. Blood Strike.
Brutalist.
Right.
That's funny. Yeah, that's cool that he went along with it.
Yeah. Now he's Rob Liefeld is a controversial character in our business because they're like, he sucks at drawing, he can't do it. People are jealous. He got very wealthy. He was at the right place, right time, and he has an undeniable energy to his work. He's not the greatest illustrator of all time, but there's absolute energy. When you're 15, it's all very cool. I just have to show you one more because it's just so extreme. Look at the thigh muscles and everything on this guy and the pile of dead bodies below.
Look at those quads. That's crazy, dude. Those are
extreme. It's an extreme.
No one's quite that big. That's crazy. Profit.
Yeah, it's that's how it was. That's how we did it in the 90s.
Yeah. Like I said, there was even trading cards, and those were serious. They had like their power rating on the back and stuff, and generating, and
you could argue
all that
with
kind of shit.
Friends.
Serious.
But actually, he has a strength of 97. He would never be able to defeat Captain America.
I traded those.
So here's mine. It is extreme, but you can make out what's in the picture here. So
I did.
That was,
yeah, that you can see very.
That you can see clearly. Oh, we're going
No
extreme.
pouches.
Got all kinds of crazy monsters.
No
And,
pouches.
I'm going for the extreme thing with a cover like this. It's extreme. Look at that. We have two helicopters, a truck running away from a police car, an exploding semi truck, an exploding building, and there's a jet, like a jet airplane. There's like all kinds of shit in this thing. But
you should do an extreme cover, Gabe.
We should.
The most extreme cover.
Oh my gosh.
Ever, just to fuck around.
That'd be funny.
Like an extreme.
You have to grit your teeth for the whole 8 hours that you're drawing it. Oh!
You have to draw extreme. You got to feel extreme. You got to think extreme.
My wife has to come in with a cold towel and mop my brow while I'm drawing. Oh!
She has to wipe it with a towel that says Mountain Dew Extreme on it.
She's like, "What do you want for lunch, honey?" "I want a sandwich."
But make it extreme. And she knows, just like the amazing wife that she is, she knows exactly what kind of sandwich that is.
She would come in and be extreme herself. "Here's your sandwich." She'd launch it at me with one of those like water balloon launchers.
Minnie, listen, don't ask questions. I need roast beef, ham, turkey.
I need extreme roast beef.
Give me that extreme ranch mayo.
Extreme mustard. Get it or go to hell.
That's what the advertising was in the 90s.
The 90s commercials were some of the greatest things ever created.
Yeah.
And more specifically, the radio commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Were crazy. I can think of 2 campaigns, 3 right now that are classic in the time capsule. Save them for future generations. Number 1 is the corn nut commercial.
Right.
But bust a nut. The commercial, the slogan was "Bust a nut," guys. And they had the disclaimer at the beginning. It says, "This song is about corn nuts and nothing else." And they literally were saying "Bust a nut." Make 7 Up yours.
Right.
That was another good one. And what was the third one? It was "Bust a nut." Make 7. Oh, and "Real Man of Genius." Right. We salute you, Mr. Rolling Cooler Roller. I love it. The guy who invented the bra. They have all these different men that they highlight. Those are the 3 fucking best radio commercials of the 90s, hands down. Love it.
There is a gentleman's club in Las Vegas, and you can see it on just when you're driving through on the 15 freeway, called Little Darlings. And they always have something hilarious written on the marquee. There was one, it was Husband Daycare Center. There was divorce counseling, is what it said once. Then it said boobs as real as Impossible Burgers. But one time when I drove, free divorce consultations. Let's see. But there was one I saw, and I kid you not, and it's one of those boards, and in Vegas there's those big video boards, you know what I mean? So they have pictures on them, and they'll show the exotic dancer with her clothes on. But I was driving by with my son in the car. Now, he was an adult at the time. And it was all white. Or it wasn't white. The juice was white. There were 2 coconuts. I kid you not. Hitting each other.
Yes.
Coconut juice flying everywhere. And it said, "Come bust a nut at Little Darlings."
Yes.
So, yeah. That was a little on the nose, that joke. You gotta be more subtle.
I love it. Sometimes you gotta be.
One had the slogan.
You gotta hit him over the head.
Yeah, one had the slogan, 1,000 beautiful girls and 3 ugly ones.
You know which one you're gonna go for too, you sick bastard.
None the miser. Twister was released in '96. Nothing is more extreme than Twister.
Oh, Twister. That's right. That was a good one with Helen Hunt and R.I.P. Mr. Bill Paxton.
One of the greats, Bill Paxton. Heather says, "My Little Darlings is my husband's favorite." Heather, I'm not sure you know what goes on at Little Darlings. It is not. It's not the library reading circle, if that's what he's told you. So,
that's what you've been told. That's a damn lie.
Hold on. Someone in the chat reminded me of this drawing of Captain America. Here is Rob Liefeld, the guy that was extreme. He was one of the big extreme artists of co-creator of Deadpool. Guy's done pretty well for himself.
He made a couple bucks.
Made a few dollars on that. That you ever hear of that Deadpool fella?
Nothing crazy.
Anyone ever hear of this Deadpool movie?
We made a couple dollars.
Yeah.
Couple
But
pesos.
he had a famous promotional drawing of Captain America. And he it to this day, this is from 1996. This is almost a 30-year-old drawing. But hold on, I gotta find it. Hold on. I don't want a Reddit link. Open image in new tab. Jeez, fuck. Okay, we'll just have a Reddit thing. I'm not a Redditor. I don't have a Reddit account. You got to look at this one real close, though. Look at this.
Oh, look at the tits on that one.
Look at his chest there.
Jeez.
That's insane.
Do you do push-ups?
A couple.
At least one or two.
Oh, Heather says she's aware of what goes on at Little Darlings. Okay, well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, then.
Okay.
All right, then. It is, yeah, it's not book club. It's not book club.
It's not. It really is. It really is not.
I saw that, you know, the Mexican Hooters called Ojos Locos? Sweeping the nation. I told you about this place, right?
Yes.
I'm officially not supposed to go eat there. But I saw an ad.
Understandable.
That said they were having a bikini contest. And I told my wife, as an artist who knows human anatomy better than most, who better than me to judge this contest? I don't even want to do it. I'm saying it's a responsibility I have. Anyway.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I'm obligated.
I don't want to do it.
The people.
It's like, long story short, I didn't go down and judge it. So they got by without me somehow.
That's probably best in the long run. If you're if you're working a long game,
yeah,
it's probably best.
I did tell my wife, as I said earlier, that's where that came from. There were the 4 criteria that I would have judged on is wiggle, jiggle, giggle, and waggle. You know, and then I would minus points for being frumpy, dumpy, lumpy, and grumpy.
Yeah, man.
In that order. So
can't be all of them.
But you know, maybe I'll judge next year's contest. You know, so. My wife is in the chat. Good thing you don't want to. You're right. I don't want to judge that. First of all, it's degrading.
Yeah.
First of all,
rule number 1: don't do that. Don't degrade the ladies. I can see her.
I respected women so many times today.
I can see her punching her hand into her palm, her fist into her palm when she says that. Good thing you don't want to, huh? Huh, fucker. Don't mess around, Gabe. You got to fall asleep at some point.
Yeah, that's true. My wife is one of those people. My son, too. It's genetic. Head hits the pillow, can be out in a minute.
My son's like that.
I'm so jealous of those people. You know, I've never taken a nap. I think I'm incapable of taking a nap. I don't take naps. They look great. I don't do it.
They look fun.
It looks fun to like sleep in the middle of the day.
Yeah, my son, one time when we were reading EMPYREAN. I got the book. I found the page while I was looking for the page. And I turned around and say, all right, you ready? And he was asleep. I was like,
wow. Where do you come down on this, Jack? Are you up? Are you easy fall asleep? Are you kind of reading stuff and?
Oh no, I have to. Yeah, I got to do something. Very rarely do I just hit the pillow. You know, yeah. If you got a long day, you've been doing, you know, maybe you got a project or something like that. You know, you've been working hard. I can do that's rare, but yeah, usually I need to unwind.
You know who had a really good sleep regimen? He called it sleep hygiene. He was telling me about it, and he could come in and tell you about it, was Steven Seagal. So,
wow. Well, we don't need to hear that from him.
Okay. I thought I would offer. I know you had tension with him. You know,
don't ever offer.
So, it's a source. Yeah.
No need.
No need.
Ever.
All right. I'll let him know. I'll let him know he's on 6 months probation. It's gonna break his heart, though. That's
okay.
It's gonna break his heart.
He will survive like Gloria Gaynor.
He's a survivor. That's the thing about him. Mm-hmm. He is a survivor.
Yeah. There's a lot of things.
Anyway. Bruce Willis is working with Strozzi's Goyle friend to help move things along because she doesn't want to be there either. She's kind of his prisoner. She's the analog to the half
Yeah.
half Mexican or half Indian, half white girl that is Doyle's girlfriend. But Doyle's like simping for that girl. He's head over heels for her, and he thinks he saved her.
It's
from
bad.
Yeah. So he's got it bad.
He's got it real bad.
He's got
He's
the whole,
like your
I can
buddy.
save her.
It's like your buddy who falls in love with a stripper. Is like, no, dude, I'm the one. She's the one. She said she'll stop. No,
I knew a guy in college that actually told me that. He told me
me
that
too.
he spent a little time with an exotic dancer, and he's pretty sure, and he was 100% serious, she was into it.
That's what makes it so crazy is that they're 100%. They believe it. They believe that they're the one out of all the hundreds or thousands of guys she's come across. No, you're the one who's going to snap her out of this work that she's been forced into, or that she's chosen, or whatever. You're going to be her knight and shining armor.
I mean, it eventually does happen because they do get married. There are people. I know someone that married an exotic dancer.
Yeah, sometimes that works.
I'm telling you, Jericho.
Usually it does not.
Hey, she was into me, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah. They always are, man. They always are.
We got a random comment here just out of the blue. The band Chumbawamba is going to hell. I sure hope not.
I was on.
Is Chumbawamba? I get knocked down and I get up again. Is that who Chumbawamba is?
Is that Chumbawamba? No. It's either I get knocked down or it's
yeah, it's tub thumping. I get knocked down. That's Chumbawamba.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll get up again.
Yeah.
Soccer, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Oh, because we're talking about 90s. Okay. Right. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I missed a lot of stuff here. Hold on. Hardy Harmonica says the Macarena was number one in 1996 for 14 miserable weeks.
Dude, you had the president doing the Macarena. Yeah, you had entire sports stadiums. You had grandmas, children. Everybody was doing the Macarena. Genius. And it was at Los Del Rios. Two older dudes that were like in their 60s.
Right. They finally hit it big and made some money. And the only words of that song that anyone knows are, hey, Macarena. Is it I? Because
I hope they're saying I.
I don't think they are. It sounds just like it. It sounds just like it. But the argument against that is they're Mexicans and they're speaking Spanish the whole song.
No, they're saying I.
It does sound like it. We'll go with I.
It's probably like I or some shit. I don't know.
They're like, sí, señor.
No, senor. Who was that song? Give me that loving, baby.
I don't know that one.
Chonies, baby. No, senor. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. They should be on the radio.
Damn.
Just give me that loving, baby. Drop them chonies, baby. Yeah.
Okay.
His name's like Johnny something or some shit. But yeah, man.
Johnny Chones.
No, senor.
I guess. I remember there was a rapper like in the late 80s or early 90s. I only heard a song of his once, but his name he was a Mexican guy. It was Mellow Man Ace, like mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
Mellow Man Ace.
Yep. What was his name? Y mañana, otra cosa.
Right. Today you tell me one thing. Y mañana, otra cosa.
Right. You're doing something else, puta.
He's talking about lying, bitches.
Fucking puta. Pinche mentirosa.
Do you remember Right Said Fred? Oh, too sexy for this show.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't remember
sexy
that?
For my hat. What you think about that?
Those guys were they sassy? I mean? Were they those
No, he was
guys?
like a big old buff dude.
Right.
I remember the video, he had like a tank top on. He was yoked as shit.
He had a mesh tank top, dude.
Yeah. I shake my little tish on the catwalk.
So were they like dudes? Or were they just
yeah, I think he was I was trying to think of a not so gross way to say it, but yeah, I think he liked the dudes.
Heather loves Tool.
He liked poo on his wiener.
I feel like Tool is a rock and roll band for people who love calculus and algebra. It's like very complicated rock.
Awesome, dude.
My buddy Nick is like the biggest Tool fan. Their music rocks. It's not my thing. They're really good. See, I'm not a hater. I can say something's good even if I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like whatever. Everyone knows me. I'm Mr. Beach Boys. I wish they. Oh, I had a great observation, Jericho. I want to know what you think of this. So, Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot, right? That was also 90s. Oh,
Seattle,
my
Washington.
God.
Thank you.
Look at her butt. That song is the anthem for women. It comes on in the bar. It comes on in the club. And women everywhere start giggling, grabbing each other's wrists, looking around frantically, and they start vibrating. And every woman thinks that song is about them. And turns out, bad news, ladies, but you're big girls, this song is not about most of you. Regardless, I was at the Beach Boys concert Saturday night. My wife got us the best tickets. We're like in the 4th row. And since the Beach Boys are just full of boomers in their 70s and 80s, the fans, they're tables. Like the first 30, 40 yards is just tables you could buy. So I was sitting at a table with my wife, eating and drinking at the table. And I realized California girls. I wish they all could be California. The lead singer, Mike Love, he said, I wish they all could be San Diego girls. And the women in the crowd went crazy. And it was in that moment I realized that California Girls is just Baby Got Back for baby boomers. Mm-hmm. It's the same song. Women hear it and they think it's about them. So.
And when you personalize it like that, see what he's doing is he's setting up all the men who brought their wives and stuff there for success later on.
Heather says Matthew was talking about the Beach Boys on his live stream. I don't get the appeal. Well, Heather, I'm going to take a guess here that you've only heard their early hits when they started the band. The 3 Wilson brothers, their cousin Mike and their friend Al Jardine. The oldest one was 21, Mike, the cousin. The other brother was 20. The other 2 brothers were like 16 and 17. They were kids. So that Surfin' Safari and Surfin' USA, that's good music. It's pretty simple. But a few years later, they released like the most influential album of all time, Pet Sounds. And when Brian Wilson died, he was 83. He died last month, 83 years old. People were saying, and I agree, it's the American Mozart. Go listen to Pet Sounds. It's only like 35 minutes long. Go listen to Smile, that album. It'll blow your mind. The 5-part harmonies, the modulation of the chord progression. No one has ever made music nearly as good as him, Brian Wilson. It's insane what he wrote for the Beach Boys. The first early surf stuff, it's fun stuff. But when he starts writing Till I Die, Smile, Good Vibrations, Heroes and Villains, like these songs are insane. God Only Knows. Like the harmonies, they're just completely. No one in American history has written anything as beautiful and as complex and as masterfully. It's really good stuff. It's my favorite. So. My 80-year-old mom loves them. She's 80. I'm telling you, Heather, it's to me they're the best. Just the quality of the music is just insane. Again, the early stuff was written by teenagers, but Brian Wilson, he wrote Pet Sounds when he was like 24. And I mean, even Paul McCartney of the Beatles says God Only Knows is the greatest song ever written. That's what he says. And it's really good. My favorite song of theirs is probably Don't Worry, Baby. It's so good. So. See, Harmonica jumped in right when I said that. Don't Worry, Baby. Yeah. But, that you go and listen to Pet Sounds. You can get it on the Apple Store for $9.99. Just get it. Listen to it. You can get Smile for like $9 or $10. It'll blow your mind. Blow your mind how good that is. You said you must have slept through good stuff. Yeah, the stuff that's all the most famous hits, Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, Fun.
Yeah, Surfin' USA.
Those are good songs, but they're like the training wheel stuff at first. They get really, really, really good about 2 or 3 years into their career. It's really insane what happens. So
what about Kokomo? That was good too.
Yeah, that's real different though. It doesn't sound like anything else they ever did. It's a good song, but it doesn't sound like their other stuff. So, but when you hear these harmonies, they're unbelievable. So I was 8 when I first heard the Beach Boys in the 80s, one of my favorite bands. Yeah. Surfer Girl, Barbara Ann. Yeah, dude, they're so good. Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. I had a great time at the concert. It was a birthday present for my wife. My birthday was like 3-4 weeks ago, and she got us these awesome seats at the concert. It was a great time. It's sad though, because the Beach Boys, the 3 Wilson brothers, the core of the band, they're all dead. The oldest one, he died last month or in June.
Yeah. And
the only one in the band that's a Beach Boy is Mike Love, the cousin. He's the only one of the Beach Boys that's there. There's like 8 guys in the band, but he's the only actual Beach Boy. You know what's funny though? Do you know who's in the band? And he plays the guitar and rocks. He can sing really good. He plays the drums. He plays the bongos. right there in the front, John Stamos. He tours with the Beach Boys. He doesn't do every concert, but he was there. Uncle Jesse was there.
I'm sure he does all right.
Yeah, it was an awesome time though. It was awesome, and he can actually sing. He can rock out on the guitar, play the drums. It was pretty cool. And for an 83-year-old guy, Mike Love, puts on a show. You don't see 83-year-olds moving around like that and talking like that, really. So, but yeah, Heather, you got to get into the Beach Boys catalog. You know, they do it. Then they get like a little psychedelic, right, in the 70s with all the tie-dye and the weird stuff. And that most of that is weird trash. Like, I think they were just on drugs. But the reason I always like the Beach Boys and don't like the Beatles is because the Beach Boys never promoted degeneracy. And you know me with Deadpool and filth. I hate filthy music. I hate filthy comic books. I hate filthy movies. The Beach Boys, although they in their private lives, you know, they got multiple wives, they're taking drugs, they're doing all this stuff. They didn't push it in their music. They didn't push Rebel Against America. They were America's band. They were friends with Ronald Reagan. Like, they love this country and blah, blah, blah. So their music was always positive and uplifting. It was melancholy and sad, but it was always about love too, some of it. So that's why I always preferred them, because they were not promoting degeneracy publicly with their art. They may have done some fucking drugs in their private life, but they were not pushing that on the culture and influencing people to be fucking filthy hippies. So let's see. Saw them with John Stamos at the College of the Desert. Cool. Yeah, it was a fun show. It was fun. They had tributes to Brian and Carl and Dennis, the three brothers that have since passed away. So, and then the other Beach Boy, the other founding member, Al Jardine, just the friend, he's not related. He has his own band that's a Beach Boys band. So there's like two Beach Boys bands that go around there. So whatever. Hey, I don't know if that's private, but we can kind of hear mumbling. So if you want to mute yourself, go for it.
I'm just saying, my son was saying goodnight.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is the yeah, I'm sure you're going to see him for his talent, Heather.
Right. Yeah, he has the talent of being super handsome.
Yeah, I like the stare at his talent. You know,
he has his talent of having a super symmetrical face and thick, luscious hair and a killer smile.
Sure does.
And lots of money and confidence. Yeah.
And he sells a mean yogurt too.
So, yes, indeed. Where are we in the movie? Oh, he's making it with Strozzi's gal, his busy dame behind Strozzi's back, which is dangerous.
Yeah. He doesn't want you banging his old lady. He does not want that.
So then what does he do? He goes to the Italians and tells them, hey, he goes to the Irish, tells them those guys that killed all your people and took all your booze, that was a setup by the Irish. And oh, by the way, they're probably hiding down in Mexico, right? That's what he does here.
Yeah.
He goes and tells the Irish that.
Yeah, with the cop who was in charge and told the soldiers to shoot all your guys too and steal your trucks.
Right.
So everybody's in one place.
Right. And Christopher Walken, he isn't. I was telling the audience when you weren't here, he's not playing the typical Christopher Walken. He's not doing that thing. He's not doing that thing that he does nowadays. So,
no, he has a very raspy voice. I guess he got stabbed in the throat in his voice box, so he has a very raspy voice like this here. So it's pretty cool. And everybody's into their characters. They're 1920, late 20s or 30s. Jargon, lingo, everything. Everybody's in character. He has a big, huge scar on his face too.
Yeah. So the Irish go down there, and he's the one. Hickey. He's the dangerous, the most deadly guy in the Irish gang. But he hasn't been around the whole movie. And he finally shows up. Everyone's scared of this guy. We find out why. They go down to Mexico to confront the people that stole all their booze, work with the Mexicans, army guys, and they work with the American cop and all that. And he finds them in a bar, Hickey and a couple of the Irish, and he shoots some people, and then he's going to walk away, and he tells the cop's there on the right with the hat, not the left Mexican guy with the beard, but the white guy on the right. That's the cop, the American cop that worked with the Mexicans to rob the Irish of their booze. And he puts his Tommy gun on like a pool table or table, Hickey, and he says, you're probably the kind of guy that would shoot a guy in the back when he walks away. And he starts walking away. And then the cop, of course, and he says something like, make your play. And the guy like pulls his gun to shoot Hickey, spins around and pulls a little gun out of his jacket and blasts him in the forehead.
Yeah.
And, that's not great. So, but he spares
45 to the forehead.
Spares Giorgio. They do spare Giorgio.
Yeah, he wants to kidnap that little bastard. He's worth more alive, luckily. But a 45 to the forehead from 10 feet away, that'll do it.
That'll do it. That'll make you the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's what the back of his head looks like. Goodness.
Yeah, it's fucking done for.
So Bruce Willis, he goes out to this abandoned church in the middle of nowhere, and then the opening scene of the movie, the half Native American, half white girl that is the forced girlfriend of Doyle, the leader of the Irish gang. They take her out here, and it's the only time they'll let her be alone. Otherwise, they're monitoring her 24/7, and she kind of says her prayers. She kneels, she lights candles, and she has pictures of her child, who she has been taken away from. The child is where? With the father in Mexico or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, and she's estranged from the father and all. It's pretty bad stuff. Her father, just like in the other movies, got in trouble gambling with Doyle. So Doyle took this mother as payment, for the gambling, which is weird. So, how much money do you have to owe for them to take your wife? What's your wife worth?
$20-$30.
Cold hard cash.
Cold hard
cash. Hey, Jericho,
there's a price.
You got that $43 you owe me, Jericho?
Yeah, I do. Just sold my wife. There you go. And I got $7 left over. Sweet.
Damn.
Sweet.
So
that's the exchange.
Right. They're going to do the exchange as we saw in the other movies, because right now the half Native American girl is captured by the Italianos, and then Giorgio is captured by the Irish, by the mix. So they're going to meet out in the middle of nowhere, the Irish and the Italians, and they're going to do the prisoner swap, just like in the other two movies.
Yep.
So
it turns out they're supposed to be $100,000. They're supposed to trade $100,000 for Giorgio, but it turns out that though they think that they have Giorgio and that's it, this is where they find out that Strozzi has the half Indian girl. Right. So then they open the briefcase and there's just shredded paper in there. So it's like, fuck that, we'll keep her until you give us Giorgio. And he's like, what I'll be doing to her, Doyle. And he's like, fuck, trade him, give him up. And then Hickey just draws his gun and shoots that guy. That's the guy laying on the ground. Just got shot and killed by Hickey. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, now we're even. Because Hickey, they explained earlier that Hickey's the psychopath. He burned down the orphanage that he lived in. All these crazy, fucking rumors and wise tales, or what do you call them? Like fish stories, where like, I caught one, it was 400 pounds. All this stuff was exaggerated. And so he says, well, why don't you just get Hickey? And it's like, I keep hearing about Hickey. Why don't you go get him to do it? He's like, Hickey's a little messy, and you see that here. He's erratic. If he wants to kill somebody, he will, like without consulting his boss, and he's a fucking psycho. Yeah,
he seems like he really enjoys his work, Hickey. He revels in torturing and killing. So anyway, they trade back. The girlfriend, she's leaving. She wants to leave Strozzi, leave town. Things are escalating quite a bit between the two gangs, so a lot of people do want to get out of town.
Yeah, I'm blowing this popsicle stand. See?
This Willis doesn't even belong in this town. He was just driving through. He was ditching trouble on the East Coast. Yeah. And just like in Yojimbo throws the stick in the air, and the way it points, he just, I'll go left. In this one, he has an empty bottle of whiskey, and he just spins it on the ground at a fork, and they're like, no, I'll go that way. So I'll just go into town, make a few bucks, and move on. But now he's up to his eyeballs. You know what I mean? So he's loading. Look at all the magazines on the table there, too.
Dude, that looks beautiful. He has fucking 25 mags,
right.
All those bullets, all those FMG, just full metal jacket, fucking little slugs in that 45. And I don't care what anybody says, his thumbs are on fire after loading all those fucking steel magazines because they know.
Yeah, he needs the up Lula. Do you have one of those for your pistols?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
The speed loader thing? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You just squeeze it on top and just stick the bullet in and it just loads them.
Especially with a 45 after like the third round.
Right.
That shit, it gets hard to put in there, man. Fuck
I remember I was loading. Yeah, my buddy had an AR that we were shooting out in Nevada in the desert, and we were there for like an hour, and we were loading the magazine on that by hand, and my thumb was bruised later that night just from pushing those 5.56 rounds in over and over and over. So, yeah,
real shit. Well, good problem to have. America.
That's right. That's right. That's
And look at that classic look, that classic 30s, 40s look.
right.
You know, the wife beater, the suspenders, the haircut, everything was era
that fade haircut.
appropriate. Yeah.
I didn't know that the fade haircut was a thing. I never noticed it, but that's not from the 90s. That is from like the 20s and the 30s. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Interesting,
So cool.
interesting thing. So I'm a little lost. So he goes back with the Irish. So what are they going to do now?
He tells him, Bruce Willis tells Doyle that he wants him to pay him $2,000. What the fuck does he want him to do for $2,000? Because this is the scene where he tells him, "I'll take 1,000 right now, and then 1,000 when it's done." And then Hickey stands up. He goes, "What? Nobody's worth 1,000." And he takes his Tommy gun, fucking shoots it off in the room. He's like, "How about that?" And then Doyle's yelling at him, "Put that gun down! Put that gun down!" Like, dude, he shoots it off in a room full of people. Everybody in there would have been fucking deaf, by the way. Right. A fucking fully automatic weapon in a room like that, everybody's ears are fucking ringing. But I can't remember what he's paying him to do. I know it's not to take out anybody. Fuck, I can't remember what it was.
He tells Doyle that the Italians are bringing in extra men and they're going to kidnap the Native American girl again. And he tells them that the Native American girl is in danger of being kidnapped so that he can know where she is. Because he wants to actually get her and set her free. That's what the hell is going on. That's right.
And the sheriff told him, he said, "I figured out your weakness." He's like, "I figured out the chink in your armor." He said, "When you fall, it's going to be over a skirt."
Right.
That's what the sheriff told him. So, yeah, he said, "Here's 1,000 now and then 1,000 when it's done." Because, yeah, he says he's bringing in like 20 extra guns. So he wants him to go out there. He says, "I want Hickey and McCool with me." McCool's the guy sitting down right there in between them.
Right.
He says, "I want Hickey and McCool here with me. You go out to the farmhouse or whatever, and you help those guys." Because he said there's 8 of them there. So now he knows how many guys, you know, how he needs to take them out and shit. And he's going to do that shit.
Right. Yeah, so he goes out to where she's being kept, and he proceeds to ventilate these guys.
Yeah, they're all sitting down eating, and they all look at him. And then what does he say to him? He says something, and it fucking sets him off.
He says, "Don't you know this is in the 90s and it's extreme?"
Yeah, you guys ready to get extreme? And they all reach for their guns, but he's too quick. Fucking smokes these fools.
No, you guys are about to be dead. Extremely dead.
What?
It fucks these dudes up at the table. They never had a chance. Bing, bang, boom. We're out of here. This guy's like, "Take another step and I'll kill her, man. I'll fucking kill her." Hits the guy in the shoulder to like throw him back and get him away from the girl, and then fucking pie out right in his chest. He's dead. Tells the girl, "Hey, you need to get out of here. Give you some fucking cash. Take my car. Get the fuck out of here. Go to Mexico. Find your kid."
But he makes a big mistake. She takes her cross off necklace and she gives it to him. He gives her money. Go to Mexico. Get away from all this. She gives him her necklace that, of course, her boyfriend, Irish, the Doyle, the Irish gang leader, is going to recognize that if he ever sees it again.
Yeah, you idiot.
Yeah, well, I don't know why he took it.
And he gave her the $1,000.
Right.
That was the down payment from Doyle, because he tells her, "Here, this is Doyle's money. Do something good with it.
Right.
Get rid of this shit."
Right. Let's see. So the Irish bosses, Doyle, Hickey, all them, they show up at the safe house where the girl's being kept. And it's like, oh man, you know, the bad guys, they Strozzi, the Italians, they kidnapped her again. And Hickey doesn't believe him. You know what I mean? No. So yeah. And Hickey like smells the gun and like, "Hey, this hasn't been fired. You didn't get in any shootout or anything like that." So they're on to him. And
so yeah, it was about 1,000 was equal to like 15 or 16 grand today.
Wow.
So that's a nice little chunk of change. There's 16 grand get lost.
Right. It's like a Toyota Corolla, I think.
Yeah, you're good. And she already had a car.
There you go.
You're set, girl. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. So he's pretty much done with his scamming for now, you know. So he's holed up in the hotel. He's taking a bath. It's nice and hot. And they come in and they have the little necklace. So what, they found the necklace in the car or just in his stuff, or I don't remember. But
it was in his jacket. was in his jacket on the wall.
Right. So
Dumbass.
it was you who set the girl free, you know.
Why would you even keep that? What the fuck do you want with a rosary, you idiot?
Well, that guy did tell him, the sheriff deputy, when you fall, it's gonna be over a day.
Over a skirt. He was right.
See, and Jericho, as your son gets older, you gotta warn him about ruining his life over women.
Oh, definitely.
You gotta, because it's
definitely
it's always there. It's always an option to ruin your life over women. It is always.
Well, my son is going to be tall, very handsome. He's one of those guys where you give him a ball, any sport, give him 5 minutes, he'll be good at it. So yeah, I'll definitely try to instill those lessons in him, because he's gonna run into a little more temptation than the average bear, you know.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna have to tell him, easy, big fella.
Hey, whoa. Remember the bull, the old bull and the young bull? We saw the cows down in the valley, and he said, "Hey man, I want to run down there and get one of those bulls, one of those cows." Well, yeah, today he would have said bulls. Because I want to run down there and get one of those cows.
Trying to get one of them bulls.
Dad, you got any bull friends? I'm thirsty. And then he says, "Well, son, why don't we walk down there and get them all?" So yeah, I will try to instill those life lessons in Junior before he's released into the wild.
Yep.
Unsupervised.
So they beat his ass within an inch of his life.
They kicked the shit
out
of old John Smith. That guy, he's got to be 7 feet tall, 300 some pounds, and he fucks him up. There's a scene where he picks him up right there. He's picking him up off the ground, because that scene opens with him being thrown through a double door and like rolling down this ramp. It looks like where they keep their alcohol, like a warehouse. And when that big guy walks down there, he fucking picks him up, and Bruce Willis lets out like a yelp. Thanks, Grant. I do have great genes and great genes.
Mixed race kids are like gorgeous hybrids. Well, thank you, Heather.
Yeah, my kids are. Yeah, my daughter, very pretty, which I'm not happy about. But my son, yeah, he's a very, very handsome young man. And he's been, I remember he was like 5 years old. We were on this walking trail, and these two Mexican grandmas are going the opposite way. And they saw him and they go, "Ay, Dios mío, he's so beautiful." So, yeah, he is.
Is he going to be a John Stamos himself?
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be a John Stamos. And he's kind of aloof. You know, girls are looking at him. He was in second grade. We're walking to my car. I picked him up from school, and I swear these two girls that had to be, they were older than him because they were like considerably taller than him. Like they were
big
older
fourth
girls.
Graders.
Yeah, like fourth or fifth graders maybe. And they walk by and they go, "That's him. That's him." And he didn't even notice. Hey, I'm like, "Hey, those girls are saying bye to you." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, bye." Like he's just,
that's right.
Not an asshole. He just don't care. And that's exactly what they want.
And that's the catnip to women when they realize that the guy realizes the man has an abundance mentality about women. Yeah. Because when a man is desperate and he will cling to one woman, she don't like that. Like, you need me? That's how women are when you need them. They're like, no. I need you. I need the man. Like, I don't need you to need me. Because the female fantasy is the prince and then the 500 debutantes at the ball, right? And then the prince picks Cinderella. That's what the women want. They want me to be available to get any woman I want, but I pick you, and that makes you the best woman. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't want the guy that's like won't break up with them because he's so desperate and blah blah blah.
Oh no, that's not him. He's totally just, I don't know if it's a mix of being oblivious and he doesn't really care like what he wears. He don't care. He'll wear whatever, just throw something on. Like, I don't care, and they love it. Our neighbors, and he's at the age where he knows he likes girls, but he doesn't understand it. So, like, we have these two girls that live across the street. One's younger by a year, and the other one's the same age. And so I go out there, and the one that's his age, he's sitting on the curb watching him play basketball. And I said, "Don't you want to play with him?" She's like, "No, I just want to sit here and watch." So I'm like, "Oh." And she doesn't understand why she's sitting there watching, but she just knows that this is what I want to do. So yeah, you know, the it's like putting a tray of ice cubes in the freezer. Like you look in there and think they're done, but you can still see that little bubble of air in there. It's still liquid. It's starting to form ice. It's getting there. It's not quite a cube yet.
Right.
That's where he's at. That first thin layer of ice forming.
Ooh, you know what I got? Speaking of ice, I'm a big ice lover. Dean Cain joining ice, but also ice in my drinks. I got a countertop ice maker on Amazon like 3 months ago for like.
Dude, how are
$50.
those? That's what I need.
You gotta have it. It's one of the greatest things I've ever bought. $60. That's how much dinner is at Chili's. You know what I mean?
And you
$60.
just pour. There's like a thing to fill with water.
You just fill the bottom with water. Then it just makes ice cubes. It makes the first batch in 6 minutes.
Oh,
it makes it so fast. And just have extra ice all summer. It's so good. Instead of buying bags of ice at the store and then being like the Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan, just smashing the ice on the ground.
You press the bag of ice before you slam it in the driveway.
Right. So winning the world championship belt against this bag of ice. But it was $60 on Amazon. That's all it was.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, get the countertop ice maker. You just plug it in. No plumbing required. You just fill a little water. Filling this thing, and since it's the summer and we got a scorching like 80 degrees the other day, we're filling it once a day. But usually I'm filling it every 2 days or something like that. So
we probably fill it every day because everybody's drinking water.
Yeah.
All day. That sounds great.
Yeah, but the countertop ice maker was like $55-$60. It was great. So, Heather, what kind of ice? The kind that secures the border and the kind that cools off my glass of water.
I think she might mean like what shape.
Oh, I thought she was inferring something about drugs or something. Because I'm not an aficionado of that kind of ice.
You don't want to be.
No, I don't.
It's not a feather you need in your cap. You know what I mean?
Global Shaved Ice Core is Skynet. Could be.
Skynet. Become self-aware.
The ice became self-aware.
Isn't it? Didn't it become self-aware in August something?
It did.
I think it did. August 17th or something.
Look it up. Skynet became self-aware August 29, 1997 at 2:14 a.m. Eastern time.
We're dead.
Guys, August 29th. We only have 17 days, dude.
We have 17 days to live, dog.
17 days until we are at the almost 28th anniversary of Skynet being self-aware.
Skynet. Self-aware.
Oh, like chips or cubes? Better, Heather. They're like
that's what I said. The shapes.
Okay, they're like little, like gumdrops, like a round with a flat bottom, but then they're hollow in the middle, just on one side. So, like, imagine like a little, like sort of like a little coffee mug almost. They're great. And then Big Baby likes to just eat ice. She likes to give me a little cup of ice. Likes for me to give her a cup of ice. She just chews it up. So
that's very old man of you.
It is. She asked me
bring me some ice cubes.
She was so excited when I got the ice maker and put it on the counter. She wanted to know what it was.
I saw this. I don't know why it just popped in my head. I just saw this meme today where this guy, he's obviously, trying to be a chick, but he has a 5 o'clock shadow and it says, "That face you make when your period is late because you're a guy." Piece of shit.
One of the best memes I saw lately was Donald Trump Jr. tweeted a meme of Trump on the roof of the White House throwing a green object under the WNBA floor. That was
I saw that one too.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. Dude, we've never seen that before. When have you ever seen someone throw a dildo on an American field of play?
I saw one where they had a life-size, someone like used AI or Photoshop, and it was a life-size mascot of a green thing.
Oh, I saw that too.
With arms and legs like and shit. A WNBA jersey, this guy. I wanted to have him on the show and interview him, but I would have to go Photoshop and like blur out his whole neck and head area.
Yeah, what kind of voice would that guy have? I don't know.
What would his name be? What would he call him? Dylan. Oh, Dylan Doe. That was his name.
Dilly, for sure.
Yeah.
Dilly.
Yeah. The stupid WNBA. Who even cares about that?
That's crazy though, dude.
Is that stuff still going on? Are they still throwing those on the WNBA?
I think there's been they arrested one guy, but I was like, man, that's fucked up. You get arrested for that, but he hit some guy and he hit his 9-year-old niece or something with it. So
oh no.
That's worthy of getting your ass kicked in the fucking parking lot.
Right. That's not allowed. Not allowed. That's not funny. Anyway, we're gonna
not cool, man. Not cool.
Okay, we're gonna get this sucker done here. Okay, so he gets his ass beat. He's lied to them about Felina, the half Native American gal.
Yeah.
So they have him trapped in like this storage room, just like in the other movie. And he's hiding out. The giant 9-foot tall guy and some little squirrely guy come in. He pops out of a case he was hiding in, shoots these guys to death. This is a pet peeve of mine in movies. When you hold the body of a bad guy in front of you and it takes the bullets and shoots behind them. Guys, bullets will go through a couple bodies at once. You cannot use another person.
It could get lodged. If it's a small caliber or something, it could get
sure,
lodged
22, 9mm might, but probably will go through. 45's going through, dude.
Yeah, but the guy had a revolver. That could be a 32. That could be a 22. Could be a 38. Maybe a 38.
A 22, I would believe. But if we got 45 ACP, that's going right through both of them.
No, it wasn't a 45. It was not a 45 because they were revolvers.
All right.
And they weren't like 44s. So maybe in just this particular case, that's legit.
All right.
But I know what you mean.
They do that in movies. Like that guy will have a submachine gun, and the guy's just holding the other guy up. Like it's gonna go right through the guy and kill the other guy.
These are the same movies where they don't reload, so you can't expect too much.
Right. So Doyle's losing his mind. He wants his Indian girlfriend back. We're gonna search the town. We're gonna find Bruce Willis. We're gonna find
Dude, he's out, but he was out there with them. That was the crazy part. He was out there with them. Look under here. Look under there. Go over there. Like he was tripping.
Right. And they're looking and looking and looking, and the hotel owner and the deputy sheriff will not tell Doyle. Excuse me. Excuse me. They will not tell Doyle. They will not tell him where Bruce Willis is or anything like that. They're searching high and low.
They shan't.
But they were hiding Bruce Willis in a freezer. Sort of a freezer. It had a bunch of ice in it.
Icebox.
An ice box. There's the word.
Yeah.
Not a freezer. So,
big old ice cubes too. Damn, like blocks of ice.
Yeah. Heather says her 38 special got stolen out of her car. That is terrible.
Damn.
It's not good. Anyway, he still beat the shit. He did kill those guys from the room he was locked up in. They put him in the back of a car, and they're going to drive him out of town and help him escape. The Irish guys go over to the place where the Italian guys are. They light the building on fire and then shoot them all as they come out, just like in A Fistful of Dollars. It's pretty brutal. They stop and watch from the back of the car, and this is just like the scene in Yojimbo, where he's in the coffin being carried by the hotel guy and the coffin maker, and in Fistful of Dollars, where Clint Eastwood is in the coffin, and the coffin maker and the other guy are carrying him through town while the gangsters kill each other. And Clint Eastwood's like, "Stop! I want to see this." And he opens the lid of the coffin. He's watching. Here they stop the car, and he's watching them kill each other. So they're just slaughtering the Italian guys. They're just because they have to run out because the building's burning. And as they run out, they all get shot to pieces. And the Italians, they don't have any mercy on those dago wops.
No, and he's telling them, like, don't shoot. And he's like, fuck that.
Right.
So they do a little Predator tribute there and just light his ass up.
Right. And I do like when Stasi, the main Italian gangster, not this guy, but his cousin was kind of bald, when he gets shot, it's very jerky like this, like, he's like wiggling like, 1,000 times as he gets shot.
The bullets are holding him up.
Right. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Yeah. So the Italians are mostly defeated, burnt to death. And they think that John Smith, Bruce, I don't know what that's about. Bruce Willis is inside the building. So they think he's dead, but they're going to go see after the fire goes out. They're going to go check the body, see if Bruce Willis is there. And he is not. He drives away. He drives out to the chapel to heal up and to rest, stuff like that. And the hotel owner and the sheriff, they're on his side. They hate all these gangsters. And they're going to bring him food and bandages and all this stuff as he heals up in there, So
go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was going to move on to the next plot point.
The marshal comes to town.
Right.
And tells him, in 10 days, I'm coming back, and there better be one gang here instead of two. Because if there's two gangs, after I'm done, there'll be no gangs. So
Right.
you better hurry up. So kill as many as you want. I don't give a shit. Just don't kill, law-abiding citizens. But you better figure this shit out. You got 10 days. I'm coming back in 10 days. And that Marshall is played by Dr. Kelso from Scrubs.
Right. Yeah, so many great stars in this movie, a lot of faces that you recognize. So anyway, they catch the hotel guy, the squirrely little guy, the bartender guy. They catch him packing bread and meat and bandages and because we couldn't find Smith's body, Bruce Willis's body in the burnt building, and you're packing food and heading out somewhere, huh? Who's this for? It's a lot of food for one guy. So they beat his ass and ask him what's going on. And so they're able to go out to the church, to the abandoned place where Bruce Willis is recuperating from all his
from a savage beating.
Beat his shit by that 7-footer.
That dude fucked him up.
Right. So the sheriff comes. He's got his guns. He tells them they're coming for you. And no, he goes back into town. Why does he go back into town and kill guys? I don't remember.
To save Joe, the bartender.
Oh, duh.
They fucked him up, so yeah, because he did it for him. He was trying to help him out and got smashed. So,
and this is great. I mean, look at that pose there. It's very 90s, very extreme. And the gun sounds like a cannon. The sound effect, it's like a huge sound for these pistols.
Yeah, and he's shooting both of them. It's like boom, 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 boom. Like it's fucking on.
Right. And then dropping mags, reloading mags. It's awesome. It's very, very action packed. It's pretty cool stuff. And he does get shot. He gets shot right below the appendix, below the liver there.
Owie.
Yeah, it's not fatal, but it's a bad one. It's an owie.
It's going to give you moderate to severe discomfort.
Yes.
For sure.
He kills a lot of mofos, though.
Oh, man. Lets him have it. But remember that scene a little while back, all those mags he was loading up. So he's ready.
Yeah.
He's
ready to dispense justice. So he gets in the car. He drives away with a hotel owner guy, heads on out to the burned out building. And he leaves a message for the bad guys. I'm at the burned out Italian guy's headquarters. Come and meet me there. Bring it on, sucker. So the little hotel guy, he's hiding in the burnt rubble. He's got a little pistol. It's like a Navy Colt revolver.
That thing's a fucking cannon. That's like a 44. Right, it's an old Western gun, though. Yeah.
Yeah. And he has a face-off. And then Doyle is like ready to cry over the girl.
Fucking little bitch, dude.
Blah, blah, blah. But he's telling Bruce Willis to put down the gun. Me, you, and Hickey, we're like the only ones left. We'll run this town. We can be partners. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, you can help me look for her. We'll go down to Mexico. You can help me look for her.
But he's sincere. Like he doesn't want to. Even though all the lying and ripping off Bruce Willis did, he wants to partner with him because he knows Bruce Willis is a badass.
He's a bitch.
And Bruce Willis, I don't know if he's considering it or this or that or the other. But the fucking hotel guy kills Doyle, shoots him right in the heart. Dang. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I feel like I need an entire bottle of Aquanet.
Hey, he plays his part. She plays her damn games,
Whoa, 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 whoa. That sound.
Love it.
It's a good one. And he's very happy to have got revenge on that guy. Then Hickey doesn't do anything. Hickey doesn't shoot him because he's got the drop on Hickey, right? He's got the gun pointed at him.
No, so Hickey, he lowers it a little bit, and Hickey's fast. Hickey's fucking fast. But right when Doyle's like, we could be partners, as soon as he says part, fucking Joe goes, boom, shoots that motherfucker right in his chest, and Doyle's dead. And then Joe's like, well, I didn't think this whole gun would work. I'm done now. I'm gonna go watch.
I was thinking in the moment when he said he wasn't sure the gun would work. What if Joe Monday, I believe his name was, the hotel guy, he pointed the gun at Doyle and it just made a click and blew his cover.
Fuck.
He's like, I know you heard the gun click that I was pointing at you, but I was totally kidding. I knew it wasn't gonna work.
Just kidding, guys. JK. But it did work, and he fucking damn near cut that dude in half with that big ass gun.
Right.
So.
What's the caliber on these things? Because these are the old cowboy Navy.
Oh, that's like a 44. That's like a Dirty Harry gun. That's a big old motherfucker. Yeah, that one's for real. You're gonna hurt somebody with that. I guarantee.
Oh yeah, the Navy Colt revolver, specifically the 1851 Navy, is most commonly known for two calibers, 36 and 44.
Mm-hmm.
Now 44 is not a joke. It's like shooting someone with a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Hey, the ships you were on in the military, you were telling me about them that one time we did Under Siege on here, that you were standing by and it would blow your eardrums out or it could even kill you with the percussion.
Yeah.
What are the size of the shell or whatever that thing fires? Like, what's the biggest thing that a Navy ship fires? Because I've been told, I've never seen it, and you would know, you're a Navy man, that some of that stuff is many, many, many feet wide, let alone long. Some of the things they fire from the battleships.
The biggest ones, actually, they don't even have like the 5-inch guns anymore. If you want to look up a 5-inch shell, like those are like the ones where I used to have a shell from one of those, and I used it to hold my bedroom door open. Like they're fucking huge. Those are like tank rounds. You're taking out anything.
Is it this thing?
Yeah, those are like 5-inch shells.
Jeez.
Now they do have big cannons and shit. I'm not sure what the biggest one is anymore, but I know they have Bushmasters. The Sea Whiz is the 20 millimeter Gatling gun. Those rounds look like carrots. Like they're pretty huge. The Bushmaster rounds are huge. You have the howitzers that are on like the AC-130s and shit.
Right.
But as far as the biggest one on a Navy ship, I'm not sure because I didn't see any big cannons like on the carrier, but maybe on the destroyers and the frigates they might still have them.
Hold on. The BL 18-inch Mark I naval gun was a breech-loading naval rifle used by the Royal Navy in World War I. It was the largest and heaviest gun ever used by the British. What is the fucking... I want to know what this... The caliber of the... I want to know what it looked like. The thing... 18... Are they saying 18 inches wide? Dude.
For what kind of round? That's fucking huge.
18 inches wide. 1.5 feet wide. Is this true? I mean, look at this picture here. Look at how small the men are compared to the gun, Jericho.
Oh, the barrel on that thing? Yeah. Yeah, those are like old battleships, like the Missouri and shit. Like, yeah, those things would have those motherfuckers.
So how long is the shell coming out of this thing?
The shell itself, not even the projectile,
Holy
just the shell.
Shit.
Like the casings.
It's as big as a man. Look at the man standing by the one on the right.
No, I think that's the German one. Germany had this really huge cannon that was super long. But the ones on the ship, what does it say that one is?
It says shells being prepared for display at the Imperial War Museum and Great Victory Exhibition at the Crystal Palace in London. Dude, this is the British Navy. I know about the German one you're talking about from World War I, where it's firing shells the size of an effing car and it could fire them like 2-3 miles or something like that.
Yeah.
They had a cannon like that on land, the Germans, in World War I, not even on ships.
Damn.
My dad could fit in the barrel of a battleship. Shell weighed as much as a Volkswagen.
Dude, that thing comes hurling at you. There's nothing that can stop it. Absolutely. Like even this thing of a cannonball, the damage that does. Now multiply that like the size of a fucking one of those balls that the strong men fucking lift up and put on those pedestals.
Jeez.
Dude, nothing can stop it. It's tearing through absolutely anything.
One of the my stepdad that my mom was married to for just 4 years, in middle school age, he was a big Civil War buff and learned a lot about the Civil War. And they did grape shot. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
If you run out of cannonballs, stick stuff in the cannon. Coins, rocks,
forks,
chains, just any metal scraps you can find. That was grape shot. So, Big Bertha, the Paris gun. What's that? Hold on. I'll look that up. Big Bertha, the Paris gun. Holy cow. Also called the Kaiser Wilhelm Geschütz. They were often confused with Big Bertha. This thing's fucking insane. Caliber, 8.3 inches, reboard to 9.4 inches. Jeez. Max ring firing range, 81 miles.
Dude.
I thought I misread that. Look at this thing, dude. Look at this thing. 81 miles? I thought it was like 2-3 miles. It has train tracks to move this gun around.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It's insane. What was it called? It was called the is it Kaiser Wilhelm? The Geschütz. The Kaiser Wilhelm Geschütz. Oh my gosh. That's a gun. That's not a gun. This is a gun.
It's a gun. Yeah, but
Oh.
like I said, there's nothing that's stopping that. There's nothing that can stand up to it. It's destroying everything it runs into. Yeah,
Right.
and I guess 80 up to 81 miles away.
And then we have doesn't the US military have that Moab and like I don't we have some
Mother of
that,
all bombs. They drop it off a pallet.
right. Well, we have a weapon like that, but I thought we had the rods from God, and it's basically like a solid metal rod the size of a telephone pole. So it doesn't even need explosives because it goes so far and so fast that just the kinetic energy from something that big with that much mass going at that speed, it's like a fucking asteroid hitting the earth or something. Just it turned, what did they say? It turned into ISIS into was. So yeah. 18.1-inch shell. The Japanese ships were 6 feet 7 inches, 3,220 pounds. Yeah, I heard that thing about a Volkswagen Beetle was the weight of one particular shell. My uncle and some of his friends in college, their buddy was like drunk and sleeping one off. So like 6 or 8 dudes or whatever got the Volkswagen Beetle and picked it up off the ground and moved it onto the porch like at a frat house or something like that.
Yeah.
That's such a college thing to do, is pick up a car by hand and move it.
Yeah, something tiny. Get your fucking your boys together. We did that to somebody. We moved the back end of his car so it was parallel with the curb. So he was taking up like 3 parking spots. That shit was fun.
I think of all that silly
like
stuff in
that.
college. My son went and got hot wings with his friends the other day, and I was talking about being a young man and being able to eat a lot in the old days, you know. And there was a place called the Down Under. The Down Under. It was a bar underneath a grocery store where I went to college, and they had Tuesday night 15-cent hot wings. You're not going to believe this, but you will, because you know I don't lie about. I'm not a liar. Me and my friend Brian Carter were in college. We got 100 hot wings and like 2 baskets of fries and each a couple drinks and ate it all. 100 hot wings. Do you know how sick I would feel if I did something like that now at my age?
Fucking the heartburn alone.
The heartburn, and then that
just
that where you eat too much junk and you just feel like tired. You know, you feel all fucked up. So
you feel terrible for days.
Yeah, but I was probably 24, 23, 24. So it was like nothing, you know. Just ate it and went about my day.
You don't even
probably had a snack later that night.
Yeah, it's like a speed bump.
We had 2 of us, so we each had 50 wings, a basket of fries each, and like probably 2 or 3 Coca-Colas.
You probably still have some of those wings in your system.
They're all out by now, I guarantee you.
Nah, dude, there's some lodged in there somewhere.
I got them out. It took some work, but I got them out. I always wonder, the guy that eats all those hot dogs on the 4th of July, what happens?
Oh, those competitions?
Yeah, the guy that eats, 73 hot dogs in 8 minutes or whatever.
Joey Chestnut.
What happens to his toilet the next day?
Dude, what happens?
His toilet has to eat 30 hot dogs the next day.
What happens to the little 5'2" Japanese lady who wins the competition?
I saw a
What
contest.
happens to her?
She won a contest eating cow brains.
Yeah. Okay.
Heather says I could eat 30 wings. Heather, not very ladylike.
Heather. Like we say, get your shit together, Heather.
Come on, Heather. You're out there in the desert.
Get your
your butt off, eating too many hot wings.
Too many wings.
Ugh.
Having your gun stolen.
I love a good hot wing, though. Hot wings are a ripoff, though. I was at a place the other day. I didn't get the wings, but I saw they had 8 wings for like $12 or 6 wings or something like that. I'm like, wait a minute. That's 3 chicken wings. Cut them in half. Now it's 6 wings, right? It's a half a dozen. It's an insane ripoff, though, hot wings. They're so overpriced. I don't like that.
But it's a thing. The wing is a thing.
Hot wings are great. They have good sauce, and they got crispy skin, but juicy meat. For a couple years straight, I made marinated homemade hot wings every Thursday. I would butcher them. I cut the little tip thing off the wing, put them in a bag of Tabasco, Frank's Red Hot, and like butter, and then some other chili flake and spices and buttermilk. Big Ziploc bag. Let those sit for a day, and then bake them as hot as I could in the oven the next day, and they were delish. I want to make homemade ranch dressing because that's the only way to have ranch dressing. It is simply sour cream, buttermilk, and spices. That's all ranch dressing is. And I would do that every Thursday to watch Thursday Night Football. None the Miser, quoting the great Paul Newman, my boy says he could eat 50 eggs, he could eat 50 damn eggs. No, that was George Kennedy that said it about Paul Newman in the great movie, Cool Hand Luke. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Classic line.
Right. Some man, what does he say? Some man, something, something. Well, that's the way he wants it. That's the way he gets it.
All right, let's wrap this up.
We should do Cool Hand Luke. That's a good one. Yeah. So anyway, Hickey says the same thing to him as he said to that cop down in Mexico. Yeah, they're probably the kind of guy that would shoot a guy in the back as he's walking away. Tries the spin move like he did to the cop, only Bruce Willis a little too fast and gives it to him. Blows him away. Right. He looks at the cross necklace from the girl, gets in his old car, and drives off into the sunset. And that is the end of Last Man Standing, which is a good movie. But of the three that I like, I would say Yojimbo number 1, Fistful of Dollars 2, and I would put this one at 3. How would you rank those 3 against each other?
I mean, yeah, compared to those 2 movies, this is definitely number 3 because those movies are classics. Those movies laid or paved the way for these movies. So yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah, not a bad movie though. Worth a watch. Insane action, a fun story of a guy double, triple, quadruple crossing people, and an all-star cast of a lot of faces you'll recognize. So I'd recommend it. I'd recommend this movie. It's a fun one. You can rent it on Amazon for $2.89.
$2.89, people.
That's what I rented it for.
That's what I got it for too.
So
$2.89. Something under $3 is rare these days.
That is Last Man Standing. That was a fun one. So don't know what we're doing next week. If we're going to do a top 5, a top 10, or another movie, just kind of mix it up, play it by ear. Jericho has a movie he's in love with. He can suggest it to me. I picked this one just because you'd said you'd seen it and you loved it, and it was a copy of those other 2 movies that I love, so I thought I'd check it out. And I liked it. It does rank 3, but it's not a bad 3. It's like one of them had to be 3. It's a cool movie, and of course, it's got Bruce Willis, the unsung star. For whatever reason, he's not the star Arnold and Stallone were, but he's right there, and he should be. You know, he's as good. You know.
Yeah, he's like you said, man. He's the everyday guy's superhero. He looks like the everyday guy, not super muscle bound, ex special forces, all this crazy shit. But he still gets the job done. He's a hero. And he fucks shit up.
It's kind of like Batman versus Superman. Superman has all the powers. Batman has no powers. He's just a regular guy who trains a lot. So Bruce Willis is like the Batman to Stallone's Superman, where Stallone has those superhuman muscles. Arnold has the superhuman muscles. Bruce Willis looks fine with his shirt off, but he doesn't look like he's on Anavar and Trenbolone and all these steroids like the other guys look. So I liked it. A good one that Jericho pointed out to me. You got anything else you want to promote? Because I know you got to get out of here.
No, man, you guys know where to find me, damn it. So find me.
And thank you for rocking the shirt tonight. Wear it in good health.
My pleasure. Thanks for sending it to me. Go get the damn comic book, people. What are you doing?
Go to bigmancomics.com. And I am 9 pages away from finishing The Unstoppable Tyrus. And I don't want to hype things up way before I put them out. We'll get you out of here, Jericho. But I'm working on stuff you're going to love. There may be a Dean Cain sequel starting production any minute now. And I think you might see the next volume of Dean Cain a lot sooner than you think. I don't want to talk too much about future projects more because I feel like if I hype them up and then they don't come out for like a year or something, then you kind of like, it's like showing someone their Christmas present in March and then giving it to them months and months later. So fun things are coming. Things are being worked on. I'm going to keep it a little more quiet and then just kind of, hey, it's here. It's ready. I think I'm going to approach things more that way. But we're having a lot of fun. Guys, you know where to find me too. Gabe Tabe everywhere. Big Man Comics everywhere. We will talk to you next week. Thanks for being here. Hit the like, hit the share, get your friends to watch the show. Bye-bye.